Welcome, guys, and welcome to SW6 Live. I got a little bit ahead of myself there. What can you say, guys? It's been a long time, a very, very long time. And, 12 minutes over, which is, I think, probably a world record for SW6 territory. And you wouldn't believe all the kerfuffle before we went out. I had 2 laptops on the go and the iPad Pro. And funny enough, we had a perfect picture, didn't we, guys? And then we had to flip back over one of the laptops. But there we go. We're out live, guys. SW6 is back. So, how you doing out there, guys? Right, we've got a full panel, as you can see, tonight. And I'll start off, actually, with bringing in a Chelsea guy, a guy that we haven't seen probably for the best part of 2 years. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, he is back. Welcome back, Mo.
Thank you very much, Tony. I'm actually very excited about the season. I can't wait to chat about this. We've got clearly a few Arsenal fans amongst us, so it's time we get this going.
Absolutely, absolutely indeed. Great to see you, mate. What you been up to? You've been obviously working overseas, I believe, haven't you?
Yep, I've had a chance to work overseas in Colombia. I've had a few chances to work just as normal around the country and stuff as well. And more than anything, I've been trying to get to Chelsea games, so I can't wait to be at Wembley tomorrow. That's actually going to be my first time at Wembley.
And the funny thing is, the entire panel, minus one, I might add, because he's not an Arsenal or Chelsea fan, and obviously you all know him, and I'll introduce him next. We'll all be at Wembley tomorrow, meeting up before the game, won't we? So real nice and everything else. But I'm obviously going to be part of SW6 from now on as well, I believe.
Yeah.
Fantastic, fantastic. Right, next on the panel is someone that we've known for quite some time. It's a residential West Ham United season ticket holder, Mr. Paul Unwin. Welcome back, Paul.
Bloody hell, it's been a long time on its own.
Well, I know, mate. I keep seeing you tweeting out saying, listen, we've got to get it. Where's SW6?
I keep refreshing the YouTube page, looking for some new streams, but we ain't done nothing. So,
oh, mate, I swear to God, mate. Do you know what? I really apologise out there, guys. All I can say is I just, I can't thank you enough for sticking with us. And I've noticed, actually, we've had a little surge, guys, in the last sort of couple of weeks. So I'm buzzing with that, absolutely buzzing. Fantastic to have you back on, Paul.
No problem,
and I apologise for the Chelsea Arsenal-ish stream tonight.
No, I'm looking forward to it.
I mean? Lovely, lovely, lovely. Right, next up on the panel tonight, I know I've said this before, but it's true. It's probably his famous point ever was his video that went viral on Arsenal Fans TV. And, of course, none other than Mr. Oxlade coming to Chelsea Chamberlain. Give it the old like button. Press the like button. Can you believe it? You couldn't write it, could you, really? But welcome back, Afzal.
Yeah, Tony, it's great to be back. It's been a long time. I think last time we did one was a week after you lot beat us 3-1 at the Bridge. So it's good to finally, yeah.
It's a very, very long time. Very, very long time. Okay, next up on the panel. Actually, I think I've just lost my pictures now. I don't know what to say. You still see me all right, guys?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, fantastic. Beautiful, beautiful. Next up on the panel is someone that's been on Chelsea SW6 many times. Arsenal Fans TV, although you don't really go on that too much these days, Kenny. You obviously got your own monologues.
No, I don't. I think what's
Kenny Ken's monologues, isn't it?
I'm more of a voyeur now. There's someone else who's doing a very good job in these monologues, and that's they're brilliant. But I'll say it's going. I must admit, I'm being a guest rather than like I said, style of show. So, like I said, I'm available for every podcast. If you can have me, but with my very poor internet connection, I'm up for it. And
well, I've got to apologise.
It's just about running the 100 metres.
Yeah. We know, yeah. We all know that. Got it on my thing.
He's Man United, though, isn't he?
Yeah.
Surprised Mourinho don't want to sign him. Well, what can you say?
We all want him to win.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't know.
Well, anyway, welcome back to Chelsea SW6, Kenny Ken. Fantastic, buddy. And next on the panel, and last but no means least, is the explosive, and I will say explosive, Because I'll tell you now, he's probably the most hated Arsenal fans amongst his own. And that's
After
true.
DT, after DT.
Oh, no, mate. No. He sent me a video. He sent me a video last week from this geezer. I swear to God, he wants to kill him. I've never seen anything like it. He's an Arsenal gooner. He's a gooner, a proper gooner. Like, he's going, mate, I'm going to find you and all that.
Oh my God!
Creepy stuff.
He's struggling.
Well,
Was he winning?
He lost.
oh,
Welcome.
He lost.
Is he lost?
no way.
Wow.
No ways. That Coleman guy won.
Wow.
Wow,
I think
drug
Gatlin's
testing.
nicked it.
No,
Drug
Coleman.
testing.
Coleman won it.
No, Gatlin's won it.
Oh
Gatlin's
my
done
God. Gatlin won it. Oh shit. Gatlin won it. Wow.
First ever championship.
In how many years? In 9 years. Here's the first time in 9 years he lost. Oh my God. Wow.
Oh
Drug
my
test
God,
Gatlin
Gatlin.
immediately.
Gatling gun.
Wow. He lost.
Well, you know what? We shouldn't have gone out live, mate, with that race going, really, should we? We probably lost about 2.6 million viewers. You know, boys.
Me and Kenny were watching the race. Me and Kenny were
Poor that was.
Let's sort it that. Let's sort it that.
Yeah,
Let's get back to football because we've got.
Well, I haven't actually finished. I haven't finished introducing Lee yet. So anyway, welcome back, Mr. Lee Gunner. Welcome back, buddy.
Tone, thank you for having me on again. I actually think I speak to you more than I speak to my missus, Tony.
Well, what can I say, mate?
I have been relentless.
Start one of those, do we, mate?
To be fair, haven't we? But yeah, nice one, man. This should be a good show. So yeah, let's get it on the road.
Okay, so as you've all pointed out, it's been quite some time since we've all got together, and in that period of time, of course, we played each other twice. One in a very important game, and one in a very insignificant one. Obviously, you one that was insignificant, of course. But no, you stopped us winning the double, and we haven't spoken about the cup final, guys. I know I met you before, and actually, funny enough, I bumped into Lee afterwards. He'd probably give it to me. And I saw Kenny actually. I waited another half an hour for you, Kenny, because I thought he was going to double up and come back and see me.
What it was, Tony, is like I said, I came round and saw Lee, and then me and Lee decided to go to the pub. and I lost Lee as well.
And Tony was hiding.
Mate, I'll tell you, it was the worst experience of my life. It weren't. I'm probably going over the top a bit. But you know what it's like in a cup final, right? What happens is the losing team, they clear out, don't they? See you later, we're gone. Yeah,
you all
gone. And obviously the team that wins, it's got, one half of Wembley's empty, one half is full, yeah? And obviously we walked all the way around. Now, of course, I went there with Francis and her brother and all that lot. And of course, where they parked their car park, because he's sort of partially disabled, if you like, they was over that way. It was all round by your end. So the time we got to our car, there was no Chelsea about, and we were getting it, mate. You were coming out like you'd won, I don't know, the World Cup or something. No offense, but
that's what we do when we win. We won the quadruple.
Oh, mate, it was all Wenger in, I've never heard of Wenger out. Let's put it like that. But it was absolutely mental, mate, and we took it on the chin. So me and Francis just went out and said, "Champions of England, you'll never sing that," one of them ones. And next thing, it's like abuse is coming at us and everything, like. But
is that why you run off to the car park, Tone, and hid?
No, I didn't, mate. I didn't care, mate. I think, do you know what? You can't. It's not like you can hide, is it? You're there.
To be fair, right? When I spotted you in the car park, right, and I spotted you, and I was just like, "Wow, there he is!" Yeah, so I got Afsal to call you because my battery died. I was like, "Where is he? Where is he?" Yeah, to be fair, you said exactly what every other Chelsea fan did that day, and that was we fully deserved it.
Yeah, you did, mate. You were perfect. Yeah. But let's talk about the cup final very briefly, and let's talk about the China game. And we'll start off with Mo. What do you think of those two games? Complete contrast. One we was great, and they were shit, and one we were shit, and they were great. I think that was probably sums it up, didn't you?
Pretty much. I mean, I wouldn't put it in any other words. I mean, and it's very strange to have Chelsea show up to a cup final as if it's just a normal friendly game, and we weren't asked. We were too busy celebrating the Premier League title victory, and I have no idea why we showed up like that. But it was absolutely embarrassing, if I'm honest with you. and I was not happy. And I'll be very honest, I was expecting a double, and I was already celebrating a double in my mind. We'd already won, and the surprise was not a good one. So us showing up in that manner was definitely not a good sort of end to the season, in my opinion. Obviously, after that, you move on and we come back to preseason and we have them first. And obviously, not including the behind closed doors friendly that we had with Fulham, I believe, if I'm correct.
We got, didn't we?
Yeah, that was just completely ridiculous. That felt like a training match at that point. And I was expecting Arsenal to give us a bit of a match, if I'm honest. And they just didn't show up. That was quite surprising. They didn't really show up at all. And it was an easy victory, but I do think at the same time they had played a few games. It should be really interesting to see what happens this season with Arsenal in particular, because it'll be interesting who they sign, who else they sign, if anything. But just to see how they actually do, whether they can do better than last year.
What did you think of it, Lee? Or was he gone? Kenny, what did you think of it, mate? Both games.
No, you're unmute. You got unmute. Lee.
Sorry, I was eating. Sorry. To be honest with you, Tom, I thought the final. Wow, that was the best game we've played all season.
You were excellent. You're awesome that day, mate.
Saka, I slagged him off all week. I was like, no ways Mertesacker got to get anywhere near that starting 11, let alone become man of the match. He was fantastic. He was absolutely amazing in that final, as they all were. But let's be honest, we got a little bit of luck because the first goal, I didn't even know until I got home and watched it on TV. It was handball from Alexis Sanchez. And potentially Aaron Ramsey could have been seen to be in an offside position, interfering, etc. But you need that bit of luck. You need that bit of luck, and we got that bit of luck. And to be fair, at half-time, I was sat there with a friend of mine, and I was like, we should be 3 or 4-0 up. And I was always in the back of my mind, I was thinking, this is Chelsea. They're going to score. They're going to score. And then you got Victor Moses sent off, and I thought, wow, here we go. Like, it's all going in our favour. And then out of nowhere, you pop up and score a goal. And, you get the sinking feeling. You're 1-0 up. You battered them. Yeah, they've had a player sent off. Everything's gone in your favour. And then they score. And you're sitting there thinking, we can't lose to 10 men. But to be fair, as soon as we kicked off, wow, what a response. It was also, it almost come across as if, like, Chelsea sort of relaxed. They got their goal and they were just like, well, yeah, that's it now. We'll take penalties. And yeah, you hear that all the time. It's a real cliche, that one. You're at your weakest just after you've scored, and Chelsea proved that. I mean, what a cross for Giroud. I mean, I'm not Giroud's biggest fan by a long stretch of the imagination, or Aaron Ramsey, but at the end of the day, the way they worked it for that goal, and the thing is, I was banging line with Ramsey. Like, as soon as that cross went in, I was jumping. I knew he was going to score. I was banging line with where he was when he headed that, and I was just like, "That's a goal. It's a goal." And mate, wow. But having said that, even though he scored, you had another chance. Costa missed an absolute sitter, in my opinion.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, but it just weren't to be for Chelsea, thankfully. And like I say, a lot of Chelsea fans disappeared, and I'd probably do the same. At the end of the day, it's never nice to lose a cup final, is it? But every Chelsea fan that was still around the stadium when I came out, come up to random people that I've never met in my life, well done, fully deserved. And I suppose, Chelsea fans could be like that because you were champions. Had you not been champions, it may have been a different story.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
it was a bittersweet sort of. I mean, it was. I don't know. It was like we were on the beach, mate, and it was. We just didn't. We weren't at it, and it was very surprising.
Well, the thing is, like, I mean, the last 7 or 8 games we played in the league, we played really well. We played really, really well. But the opposition we played were all on the beach anyway. And Man United were worrying about the Europa League, so. It was a proper step up to go against Chelsea. And I gave it, mate, I was going up them escalators and I was speaking to all the hundreds of fans around me going, what, you think we've got a chance? And everyone's like, no. Not one Arsenal fan I met I thought we had a chance. And to be fair, Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Every single one of them to a man were brilliant, mate, and it was great. And you know, coming on to the pre-season game we've just played, the 3-0. Wow, what a complete turnaround compared to Wembley, wasn't it? But different players. I mean, you just got off the plane, you just got there, pretty much your first 11. And we had a pretty much second string team out, to be honest. So, but at the same time, I was a little bit peed off that we just didn't look like we wanted it at all. Every single player was strolling. Maybe that was due to the conditions, the weather, the humidity. But, you know, at the end of the day, it is what it is, and we move on to Sunday, you know. And, you know, both teams on their day can beat any club in the world. Yeah, you know that, Tone. Everyone in this panel knows that. On our day, Arsenal can beat anyone. Chelsea can do likewise, hence why you're champions. The season just finished. But I'm looking forward to tomorrow more for the fact that it's the start of the season, and I've been bored out of my box all summer.
Tell me about it, yeah.
So it's nice to actually get a bit of competitive nature back in it. And, you know, it's never a friendly when it's us two, really, is it? Let's be honest.
No. As Spina showed. Come on.
Yeah, we won't go down that road, Ton. We won't go down that one. We're Alonso and Bellerin and all that, you know. Just wanted it more, mate. Just wanted it more.
So, what do you make of it, Kenny? Just a quick word on the cup final, and then we'll talk a bit longer about the China game, obviously.
Oh, it's funny we were talking a bit longer about that China game, isn't it? I think the cup final. I must admit, I'm just like Lee. I expected us to be beaten quite comfortably because I think morale was very low because I was prepared for the fact that we were going to finish fifth at the end of the season. I think Lee was the one. I think Axel was. But I think what's happened to a lot of Arsenal fans, you know, there's sort of anticipation. Can we just fluke the top four? And I think when it became clear that Liverpool winning comfortably and Man City winning comfortably, I think morale was very low after the match, and there was a lot of there wasn't so much as meltdowns because I think Arsenal fans were more prepared because I think we know at Arsenal that we're going to struggle to challenge for top titles. But in terms of the FA Cup final, I thought that from start to finish, how we beat you, should we just overran you in midfield? Actually overran you. Like I said, we just got runners coming from Alexis Sanchez. Ramsey was making great runs, Welbeck's pace, and you had like I said, Xhaka just spraying it around. You just weren't picking up our runners, and I think that's told in their first goal. Where it was like I said, it wasn't offside, but it was handball if it in a roundabout way, because I think Ramsey wasn't an interfering play. The rule say if you're not interfering with the play, it's a goal, but it was handball. But even after that, we had a few chances that Welbeck went closer with them.
Oh, yeah, loads, mate. Loads. Should have been outside.
Ozil went close with the chances, and we actually battered you. And I think the second half as well, there was you came into it a little bit, which you would do, because I think you got a rocket from Antonio. And then after sending off, I think the reason why we got our win is because Chelsea put so much in it physically to get that equaliser. When they got their equaliser, what was happening is that you're dead in your feet, and that's what enabled. You spent too much time celebrating. You were dead in your feet, and that's when we pounced. Like as Brian Clough says, you know, like I said, you're more vulnerable when you just scored, and that is completely true. I think even after we went 2-1 up, I think we had a couple of good chances to win 3 or 4-1 because you know Bellerin had a chance, and then Ozil could have cleared up as well. But saying that, I think it was a very good performance. One thing I didn't like about the game, and you know I'm a bit pessimistic, I didn't like how defending for your goal. Because what that showed me, we struggled defensively slightly with 3 at the back, and we still struggled to pick up our runners.
I've got to be honest with you, Kenny. Right? I've not watched it back, mate. I don't know if you're like that. You've probably watched it about 10 times.
I'll watch it back. Like I said, I'm never satisfied. You know, like I said, I would like a clean sheet because I love my defenders. Like I said, my teams defend properly, especially you know from the start in the midfield. Again, I thought like Fabregas and Willian had too much time on the ball to pass it to Costa. And then there was sorts of silliness with Costa and go free, and Ospina should have saved the chance. But that's me being pedantic. But in terms of China, I thought what's happened is that I think the 2 games in Australia took a lot out of us, and I think by the time we got to China, physically we went at the races, and mentally we just weren't interested. As well, because Chelsea were really up for it. I think they wanted to give us a bloody no, because I think the FA Cup final made them very angry, because every Chelsea player and every Chelsea fan were overconfident that they were going to beat us quite comfortably. Because
I was.
Yeah, well, you as well. But I think what's happened is that in that game, I think you played with your big guns, and you basically, even though you just came to play, you basically had the superior team, and you made it show, and then you could have won about 8, 6 or 7-0. You were that good. But saying that, I think the FA Charity Shield tomorrow, Community Shield tomorrow is going to be where both sides should go. So I think both sides should take it seriously. People say it's going to be friendly. I see it as very important. When I was a kid, I used to look forward to Charity Shield because it's a game at Wembley. It's against Chelsea, their rivals.
You love them, mate. Arsenal love them, don't they?
But you loved them as well, because you've got to realise, before Abramovich, you only won 5 major trophies. So you struggle to actually compete for the league. So Abramovich should. I think what's happening is you should give the guy a knighthood, and like I said, every time you see him, you should buy him flowers and kiss his feet, because without him, there'll be no like I said, rather with Arsenal.
I'm prior to Abramovich, and I must imagine that European Cup, Winners' Cup, Super League Cup, Super League.
That's such a long time ago. And it was in black.
European Cup, Winners' Cup, by the way.
Because black and white TV, because I believe in Greece.
I don't know.
TV was
well, I don't know. 1998, mate. I think we had colour TV then, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. You mean but we won a double. We won the real double, because we won the FA Cup and the Premier League that time. So we won the real double. You won the League Cup and the European Cup. We won the real double. Fair
enough. Right, Afsal, what are you saying? Cup final.
The cup final.
China.
Tony, if you remember before the game, I met you before the game, and I said Wenger always has a habit of pulling himself out of deep trouble, and he did that with the cup final win. Cup final win, announced 2-year contract a few days later. So I had a feeling before the game. If you remember me, I was telling you that I think we're going to do it, simply because, like, in 2014 he did it. In 2015 we had as well. He did it again. So it's like, I wasn't too surprised, and especially if you remember that game, in the first 5 minutes, we were playing some wild football. We just went out of the blocks. We just came at you guys, and you guys were passing sloppy. Your defending was really sloppy, and when we went 1-0 up, I was very confident. And then when Moses got sent off, I was even more confident, and I thought, yeah, we'll go do this. So yeah, I think it was probably your worst performance of the season. I think you guys were on holiday mode already after winning the Premier League. Obviously, the Premier League is more important than the FA Cup. But I think you guys were like, I don't think you expected us to come out of the blocks so fast. And obviously, our players, they were playing for Wenger. No matter what anyone says, they were definitely playing for him, because that was probably our best game of the season, arguably. And the China game, that's a friendly, so yeah, I didn't really watch it. I've got a rule, yeah. I've got a rule. I'll go to all the games, I'll go watch that, but I just don't watch friendlies, because summer is the time off for football, yeah. I like to chill. I don't watch
friendlies. Are you going tomorrow, buddy?
It's a friendly tomorrow.
Because like, first of all, the reason I'm going tomorrow, because
there's a shield up for grabs.
No. For me, Community Shield is also friendly, but it's a glorified friendly. It's like a friendly, but it's a bit of a competitive friendly.
Well, so United fans it as a trophy.
Yeah, exactly.
If we win tomorrow,
free trophy, Jose.
No, so let's put it this way. If we win tomorrow, which I think we will, I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, we're going to win the league, we're going to do this. It doesn't mean anything if we win tomorrow. If we lose, I'm not going to be all negative. No, I will not. I'm saying it now. If we win tomorrow, it will not mean anything on what happens from the league. In 2014, we won it.
Didn't you celebrate?
Against Man City, we beat them 3-0. We beat them 3-0. No, I was just like, it won't mean anything in the title. And look what happened. 2015, we beat you guys. 1 week later, we lost to West Ham 2-0. So a Community Shield, it's like it was good for pride, more like more anything like, yeah, we're gonna win this. But if we lose, I'm not gonna be like, oh, the season's done. You know, it's just like even if Chelsea, I think if you guys lose tomorrow as well, Tony, you're not gonna. I'm guessing you're not gonna be like, oh, we're not gonna win the league and all.
The press would have you think, yeah, that it's a must-win game already.
No,
you know, I've seen it's not the Daily Mail, the Evening Standard. There's a guy there. He's already written already. This is a must-win game straight away for Chelsea. You know, just crazy.
It's not a must-win game for both teams. It's more like pride. It's more like pride. Community Shield doesn't count in trophy counts for me. It should never count in trophy count. So yeah, it's just like I said. It's more like a competitive friendly, and it would be good to win.
Fair enough, mate. Now, Paul, I'll go to you now, mate. Obviously, you've probably got not much interest in either or, but what we'll do is we'll just change the question for you a little bit. Talk to me about that, but because let's be honest, guys, we all loved that game when they beat Spurs because it kind of wrapped our title up. You know, it gave us the impetus to go on with those last few games. What a game that was! I think we were all cheering West Ham that night. And was you there that night, Paul?
I was, yeah. I was there. It was the best atmosphere I've seen at our new fucking spaceship that we've got. So, yeah, it was good. I mean, I think that night we sort of made it as best as we can our home. The atmosphere was mad. They've made, I know you went to London Stadium when we played you earlier on in the season. Yeah. It was terrible because there was a ruck fights and all. They've made it better now. They've obviously segregated it, like I said earlier before. But that night was just unbelievable. We played with so much. If we played like that for the rest of the season, we'd have been no trouble. But we just come out for Tottenham. We always come out for Tottenham, and we didn't do it for you. We done it for our fucking selves.
I know.
We don't like them as much as you don't. So. Yeah,
nobody likes them.
It's mad though, isn't it? Isn't it mad how everyone hates them? It's weird, isn't it? Don't you think?
Yeah. That night was just unbelievable. It was it was the best night.
Do you feel at home now, Paul? Do you accept the London Stadium now? Do you feel? And I call it that because you lot call it that. Do you feel at home now, mate? I mean, I always said when I went there in the cup goal, so I'm not going back there. Fuck that. But I will. And I mean, at the time when I was telling you about it, Kenny, did you actually go, Ken? Did you experience that, mate?
Oh, because no, I went to the game. No, because what's happened? I went to the game in December. Afsal's there.
Sorry, mate. Yeah.
What's happened? It was a lot different. Like I said, I took precautions. I decided to go in disguise. Well, not a very good disguise, anyway, because a West Ham fan. A West Ham fan recognised me because I was with my mate Pat, good friend of mine Pat, and he kept on pointing. He says, "In." I said, "You know I am, don't you?" He said, "Yeah, I know you are." I said, "What do you think of this guy's?" It's not a very good one, Ken, is it? I said, "Do you know me now?" He said, "Yeah, we all know you here."
Kenny, have you all got go back to Paul there, right? Because Paul, have you kind of got your head around it now? Because I mean, the whole season it was just a nightmare, wasn't it?
It was horrible to begin with. The first few games, I just wanted to go back to Alden Park. I just wish we didn't knock it down. But after a few months of being there, I mean, when you go in there, you look around, you think, bloody hell, this is amazing. It is not. It's really nice to look at inside. But
yeah, it is.
Obviously, it could have been better if we'd have been a bit closer to the pitch. But I'm starting to get used to it a little bit. I'm coming round to it. I'm still looking on Twitter and I'm seeing Twitter accounts posting up pictures of the old bowling, and I'm looking at it thinking, oh fucking hell, but yeah,
has it gone now, Paul? I see the old bulldozers smashed it up. Is it gone?
Yeah, it's only over the road from me, but yeah, it's all gone. It's finished. There's only one little bit left that they've got to knock down. So yeah, soon they'll start building the flats there soon. So, but they've done shrines. West Ham should have graffitied load of West Ham shrines all around, like the little roads that go down it. Like you've got Bonds and Brooklyn all around the streets and whatnot. Nice. They're still trying to make it like. I've been around where the old Arsenal old Ivory used to be. They've still got the stand. They're sort of like the outlook on the outside. They're still trying to make it sort of like a little shrine, but it's gone, isn't it?
Not the same, is it?
No, it's gone. It's gone. You're not going to get it back. It's gone.
And funny enough, the best way to, I suppose, explain or give it well, put it into contrast, really, is the fact that West Ham away at Upton Park, or the Bowling, whatever you want to call it, was our favourite away game.
Yeah.
For away fans, there was nothing better than going to West Ham. I thought that was an incredible away experience. And now it's gone from the best probably to the worst. Probably because of the view and the walk and the
atmosphere.
Just the shit, you know. So it's quite a contrast, really, isn't it? You know.
Yeah.
But,
That's life.
It is life, mate. It's progress, they call it, I suppose. But I wouldn't call it that. I like the old traditional stadiums, you know, just like it, you know. Okay, well, look, we've covered that. Right, well, I want to talk about the transfer window, guys. And what we'll do is we'll do it in sections, if you like. We'll start off with Chelsea, if you don't mind. And then we'll do a little bit about Arsenal, and we'll obviously cover Paul's beloved West Ham. And then we'll find out who's had the best windows so far. We'll find out amongst us all. But I'll start off with you, Mo. I mean, look, the one thing you can say about this transfer window, it depends whether your glasses are full or half empty, yeah? Mm-hmm. Personally speaking, I think it's been rather good because we've been active in every single day. If we haven't managed to get those players, we're going for somebody else. But every day we're linked with someone. And, of course, we've brought in the keeper. We've got that Rudiger, who obviously could make his debut tomorrow. And of course, Vera Morata was a fantastic signing. And then we've got Bakayoko, although we're going to lose him.
Hang on here.
What, man?
Don't look like he was first choice, Morata. I'm going to challenge you on that. I'm sorry.
Well, hold on.
Once you guys
start on this one, Teddy.
Come on, son.
Well, listen. You don't really want to get me on that one, Ken, because I swear to God, mate, you know, it's proper conspiracies.com. They may as well call Man United Chelsea United, because they nicked our old manager. They got Romelu Lukaku. They got one Mata. Well, he ain't, you know, he's surplus requirements now, so I'm told. And who else they got? They got there's four. Just
Matic.
Well, yeah, the man, Matic, like, you know. Look, don't get me on that one, mate. I personally, well, look, okay, then was Morata Mourinho's first choice?
Well, I think you know, that it's I think what it was is I think Morata's well, I think what happens in the papers, isn't it? I think if you look at this thing, there's no doubt whatsoever that Chelsea a match Man United's offer for Lukaku is the fact.
I don't get that one. And let me explain to you why, Kenny, right? Okay, and I want to flip back to Mo in a minute as well. Is the fact that this, mate, right now, in terms of real cash, yeah, we've got just unlimited wealth. Yeah, we've got so much money, an abundance of cash. For example, I mean, we've made something like 140, 150 million in players we've just got rid of, right? Let alone we've had our Yokohama tyres, we've had our a Nike deal come to fruition, and we've earned the most amount of money ever through TV and you know, and everything. Honestly, mate, even if you had financial fair play, even if everyone was adhering to it, we could possibly spend 300, 400 million. So I don't think money's the option, mate. I just think that Everton, it's, you know, like sometimes you get those clubs that want to negotiate with you, and then it's like, for example, this is where I'm hoping it goes a bit pear-shaped from. I'm talking Man United now and Madrid, because there seems to be a bit of a conflict there, perhaps, and maybe we might be the beneficiary of Gareth Bale. Who knows? Yeah. Because we sit there and laugh. Yeah? Well, you sit there and laugh there, Lee. Right? Okay. You sit there and laugh, but actually, over in Spain, they're saying there's only two clubs that are, you know. And
mate, I'm looking at that
one.
Gareth Bale will be staying at Real Madrid.
Well, will you say that, mate? Well, they're after the kid from Monaco, weren't they? Do you know what I mean? Don't start looking at that. I can't wait for your one, mate. In a minute. Oh, lack of net.
Oh, don't worry.
Lack of net. You know what I mean? We'll get on that one, boys. Do you know what I mean? But don't look about the transfer window. Do you think it's been a good one, Mo? You know, I mean, I still think we'll get another 4 players in. I still do.
I think realistically looking at it, and if you just look at the ones that we have actually managed to secure and now they are officially Chelsea players, I would say they're a success because these are players that we have actually been after. These are players that will improve our squad. These are players that are quality. These are players that can play for the next 5-10 years. and it's not a player that we've just signed just to play for the next 1 year. And that's obviously with the exception of the goalkeeper. The biggest thing for me is, and we are still in the same limbo when it comes to actually getting transfer targets and having a list of players that we're actually very interested in. And then suddenly, when it comes to execution-wise, we're very slow. I mean, this Romelu Lukaku thing, I think, didn't even piss me off, because for me, it was one of those very simple things. It's the fact that we were interested in a player, and it pretty much looked like a done deal. It was ours for the taking, from what I understand. And we just thought, let's play slow on this whole thing. And Man United couldn't get their Morata deal done, and suddenly went for Romelu Lukaku. My biggest gripe with this whole thing is Man United getting a player that I had already, based on what news and everyone had been saying, is basically ours. That for me was basically what I think it's a knock to our pride, if you would say, if anything. Because to be honest, I don't think Romelu Lukaku actually fits the way Antonio Conte plays. I really don't. I think Morata has a better chance of actually fitting to our system. And from that perspective, it didn't really piss me off from there. But what I am going to say something about is the players that we have been linked with and some of the players we are now linked with. The stark contrast is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, for us to be linked with Danny Drinkwater.
See, I'm going to disagree with you there, but I want you to carry on.
Let's be honest, though. Let's be honest, all right? We went from being linked from pretty much players that would be elevating us to the next level, that would be taking us to the world-class level, to suddenly we are linked with players that play for Leicester. Now, Leicester have been champions only 2 years ago. I get that. I understand that. But Danny Drinkwater was nobody to us 2 years ago. So for me to be linked to Danny Water right now, Danny Drinkwater is just what the hell?
So, Danny Water.
Danny Drinkwater. It's like it pisses me off. I'm trying to not swear, Tony, and you know me quite well here. But like, honestly speaking, how can we suddenly be linked with a player like that? I'm trying to convince myself as to why we're linked with him. And the only conclusion I'm coming to is we can't get the job done with the players that we do want.
Well, I'll disagree with that, mate. I actually think it's a clever bit of business if we pull it off. There you go. I might be probably 1%, but I'll tell you for why. One, the English quota. Two, right? Okay, he had a great.
We got rid of Nathaniel Jalova.
Yeah, I know, mate. But well, he's out on loan anyway.
Of course he is.
He's out on loan, isn't he? Listen, apparently, according to reports, last summer we were actually trying to get the pair. You know that, Drinkwater and Cantey.
Yeah, that's it. I did hear that.
And they weren't bad. He said, "Don't start all that with Mr. Marlowe. Listen to him, old laughing away there, old laughing beads. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, just hanging on to his Oxlade. Do you know what I'm saying? But
let's be frankly honest. If we wanted any Arsenal players, we can pretty much take them for the picking too. Like, let's be really honest. Because
Kenny, you really
Sanchez.
Go for Sanchez, go on.
Not as loyal as they look, all right? Let's be honest.
Yeah, that's old Sanchez. I'll help you get the points. Hang on a sec. Is that you,
we won't sell him to you guys. We won't sell him to you guys, so it doesn't really matter.
He ain't going anywhere.
Yeah, no, you got a massive point.
For 20 million to Man United, but won't sell players like Chamberlain for like 35 million. Which,
you never sell your players to Man City, do you, guys? You've got no history of selling your players to Man City.
I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, if they go up north, it's absolutely fine. But they go to a rival London club, it's definitely not.
We sold them per check. But the point is this, guys, right? Going back to it, I think the madness was getting rid of the Man United to Man United. Not that it weren't a good price for him.
Yeah.
I just don't think, why do you want to go and help the opposition? It's crazy. Crazy.
Yeah. I think it's just us praise, and I think it's Roman pretty much paying the loyalty of these players. They have gotten us trophies, and it's pretty much about that, just trying to give them a little bit back. What I will say, though, is Man United is a whole lot more dangerous now because of this Nemanja Matic deal. I think they are far more dangerous now as a team, because that means Paul Pogba can pretty much run around that field now freely as he always wanted to. And I think that's going to cause us a problem this year. But more than anything, I think for me, players like Alexandro that we've been linked with all summer, how we have not gotten this deal across the line until this day, I don't understand.
Do you think, Mo, that one's one for the last, the transfer window night? It's that breaking news one, isn't it? Oh, I'm just hearing. It's a breaking, the old Harry read that one,
At this point,
I think that's going to the wire.
I am not going to accept Danny Drinkwater as a deadline day signing. I will be walking.
Man's just killed Danny Drinkwater.
Not the way we're going to get this stuff.
Oh, I think that's unfair, that, mate. I do think that's unfair, that, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Honestly, at this moment, I hope I get screwed up for it later on, and I hope I'm wrong about it. But honest gut feeling right now, Danny Drinkwater was not in my mind 2 years ago. He was not in my mind 2 months ago. And I don't want him at this club right now. Because let's be frankly honest, there's better players for us to go capture.
Well, Mr. Lee was comparing him to Ozil last season, remember?
What?
He had more assists, that's for sure.
That was the best stat. To be honest, that was the best stat of the season. Danny
It was.
I couldn't stop laughing. Like I had a field day after that. Danny Drinkwater's more assist than Ozil. Exactly. So, you know what I mean?
just want to stick with you there, Mo. Right? Yeah. Just want to get your take on 3 other points. Yeah, and I'll come to you guys. Yeah. Mo, Barkley, Everton.
Yeah.
Barkley.
Yeah. Ross Barkley. And it's an interesting one. I'll be really honest. It's definitely a better proposition for me than Danny Drinkwater.
He'll move somewhere, won't he? He'll go somewhere, won't he?
I'd rather he come to Chelsea than go to Spurs, in my opinion at this point. And I do think the guy's got a lot of potential. He has got a few issues in terms of attitude, but I do think that Antonio Conte is the type of manager that would bring him back down to reality. Because if he's got Costa under wraps, I think we can pretty much bring anyone along in that squad, and he will pretty much get them into game. And so Ross Barkley, for me, it's someone that I would actually take quite seriously, and I think we should make a bid. I think we can get him. And the real question is, are we actually really interested?
Well, apparently we are, and I don't want to burst your bubble on the Drinkwater one, mate, but apparently both clubs have pretty much agreed the whole deal in principle, and he's really pushing for that deal, mate. I really don't think it's a bad deal. I'm telling you, I know you're laughing and all that. I think it's quite clever.
You'll find me in A&E.
Well, maybe so. All right, just 2 other little questions for you, Mo, because it obviously is associated with Chelsea here. Oxlade-Chamberlain.
I like the guy. I think he's got a lot of energy. He's quite young. He's 23 years old, which
You're not
seem
having him.
forgetting.
He don't want to stay, mate. He don't want to stay.
I mean, let's be frankly honest. He's tired of winning FA Cups and Community Shields. He's just like, I really want to win, guys. And there's Champions Leagues to be won. There's Premier League titles to be won.
See the man laughing over there. See the man laughing about your Danny Drinkwater there, right? Comparing him to Ozil and that. He's won a title medal, though, hasn't he?
Yeah,
more than any Arsenal players.
He's won a title. Ozil hasn't. He's got more assists than Ozil. I think he's got more goals than Ozil as well.
Start playing that game, that's when it becomes totally ridiculous, because the players that have won the title, Danny Simpson has won a title.
But he has won the Emirates Cup. He's won the Emirates Cup. Right?
Oh my God! How did you? That's a whole other question. How did you guys just get this Emirates Cup when you weren't even the top?
They didn't win it. They got given it. They didn't win it.
I
can't believe do these Chelsea boys want some salt? Seriously, not bitter much, are we? Do you know what I mean? We've got to win our own cup.
Well, yeah.
For fuck's sake, we've got to win our own cup, haven't we?
Last little question, Mo, and then I'll move on to the boys, yeah, because obviously we're getting their take on the Chelsea angle. Diego Costa, unfortunate. Do you think he's been a silly boy? Do you believe any of that shit with regards to Antonio Conte? And what do you make of it? Sad, really, isn't it? Really, I mean, I'd rather have.
It's a terrible end to a saga, and I just don't think we don't need news like that to be making front pages. But at the very least, I think this is him trying to get the price down, because I think we are asking for a lot of money. After all, for a few seasons, he has been basically our top scorer, and that pretty much already points a lot out. And in order to get that price down, Chelsea was not going to budge, and the only way to do that is you create some sort of news story, you hand in a transfer request, you get a lawyer who's clearly not been informed, and suddenly you then get a price knockdown on the player. So I think he's trying really hard to get that Atletico Madrid striking position back, and that's pretty much what he's trying to do. But it's a sad end, really. I would have rather it ended on a very good note, because we became champions. He was a big part of that.
It was.
It would have been better to just end it on good terms. But I do think went back on his words. I think he was definitely set to go to China, and he's changed his mind last minute. That's what my pure belief tells me right now. I think he was set on going to China. Chelsea were going to receive a lot of money for him, and he changed his mind because of the World Cup and all of this other stuff. And because of that, it's messed Chelsea up, and it's just made the thing, I think, quite bitter. I don't know, but that's just my guess at the moment.
Okay. I'll tell you what we'll do. Instead of going on about our transfer window, let's go straight into Arsenal, shall we? Because then we can bring the boys in and we'll come back to you, yeah?
Oh, God, where do you want me to begin?
Well, yeah, we'll talk about Chelsea as well, but let's talk about Arsenal. And I'll start off with Lee, Mr. Gunner, if that's okay. I mean, I would have thought, this transfer window for you is virtually been centralised around Alexis Sanchez, isn't it, really? Is he going? Is he staying? Is he going? Is he staying? It has all been about that. Do you not find it a tad disappointingly? Here we go again, same old, same old. Just saying.
To be honest, I'm more worried about the fact we ain't got rid of the likes of Debussy, Gibbs, and the only players we have actually let go are Yaya Sanogo for nothing, and Chesney
you got 10 million
quid. Yeah, mate.
Juventus.
Unbelievable decision to let that geezer go. He was an idiot. Yeah, he smoked in the dressing room. He was just a Jack the lad. Thought he was better than he was. And Wenger palmed him off and sent him over to Roma for 2 seasons. The fact that he was one of the best keepers in Italy and Juventus want him to replace Buffon should set alarm bells ringing to Arsene Wenger. Why the fuck are we selling him?
Yeah.
Yeah. It hasn't, and in my opinion, I've said this before. Excuse me. I've said this before. I would have had Chesney as number 1 at Arsenal this season with Cech as number 2. Right? Because I think he's gone away. I think he's matured a lot, and I think he's become a better goalkeeper for it. Everyone's seen the day that he signed for Juventus and he was asked about Arsenal. He cried his eyes out, mate. He was sat there in a Juve press conference crying his eyes out talking about Arsenal.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
why have we let this guy go? Yeah, that in my head, that was Rocky Rocastle when he was told he was being sold by George Graham. Yeah, same scenario. Yeah, you want players that want to bleed for you and and will run through walls for you and die for the club. Yeah, he was one of them. Yeah, it's just a shame that our illustrious manager didn't think he was good enough. Because if you look at the goalkeepers we've just sent one out on loan to Getafe, Emi Martinez. We've got Ospina. Well, he's been linked with every club in the world. Yeah. And he ain't that great. And we've got Peter Cech, who ain't getting any younger. So, at the end of the day, in my opinion, I would have kept him. I would have made him number 1. But you said about Alexis Sanchez, and, everyone can laugh and joke, he wants to go and this and that. And everyone was up in arms because he rang in sick. Yeah, what people forget is he wasn't actually due back in training until last Sunday, right? The Arsenal doctors checked him out and said, "Yep, you are genuinely ill. You can come back Tuesday." He came back on Tuesday. The amount of stick I see him get about, he's trying to pull a fast one. He's a snake. He's a Judas. He wants out. He's a money grabber. None of these people were saying this when Mesut Ozil was swanning around Sweden shopping in December. Yeah, with a mystery illness, right? And I personally believe that Alexis Sanchez will sign a new contract. I think that he does want out. Yeah, I do believe he wants out. I think all of them want out. I think Ozil and Oxlade-Chamberlain, I think all 3 of them want to go. The difference is the way they've gone about it. Ozil is protecting his own brand. Yeah, if you look how many followers Ozil's got on Twitter, he's got 7 million followers more than Arsenal Football Club.
What?
Yeah, he's got his own. Yeah, he's got 17 million followers. Straight up, he's got 17 million followers, right? Yeah, he's got his own clothing brand. Yeah, and he's got his finger in pies left, right, and centre. Mesut Ozil is all about Mesut Ozil. He's all about the brand Mesut Ozil, the way he tweets with the little M and the number 11 and all that. Yeah. right? Mesut Ozil is all about Mesut Ozil. Right? There's a lot of Arsenal fans. Yeah, he is a loser, right? There he is. Let's be honest. He's won one league title in his whole career.
He's my least favorite Arsenal player. He's my least favorite Arsenal player.
We'll come on to that another day, right? But let's be honest, right? Mesut Ozil has done exactly the same as Alexis Sanchez this summer. He's done exactly the same as Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain this summer. Just because Mesut Ozil has come out and said, I love the club, I want to stay. Well, hang on, mate. You've been back in training for 4 weeks. Why haven't you signed a contract? Yeah? Alexis Sanchez came back to training on Tuesday and people are mugging him off for the last week because he's ill, about he's a snake, he's this and that. All three of them are playing the game. All three of them want out. The difference is nobody wants to buy Ozil because the game's changed. It ain't all about having that luxury player that don't do any defensive work. Yeah, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, in my opinion, can walk into any Premier League club. I think he's that good. Yeah, he's an upgrade at right wing back for Moses.
And Antonio Conte, exactly. Antonio Conte really, sees him. I just can't see you selling him to us. That's the truth.
No, we will not sell him. Yeah, I'm adamant of that. I believe we won't sell any of the three of them. But if you look at Chelsea, he's better than Victor Moses at right back. Upgrade. He would walk into Chelsea's first 11. Yeah, I think over the last 6 years that he's been at Arsenal, I think he's been totally mistreated. He's played a variety of different positions. Yeah, his man of the match performance against Southampton in the Cup. The very next game, he was dropped or put on the right wing, and he played centre mid in that game against Southampton. He's been totally abused over the last 6 years. Mesut Ozil has come out and said he wants to stay, he loves the club, but still ain't signed a contract. Alexis Sanchez has done the complete reverse of that and said, I want to win the Champions League. Well, why wouldn't he want to win the Champions League? If I was a footballer, I'd want to win it as well. The thing is, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain's come out and said nothing all summer. Yeah, so all three of them are in the exact same position, but all three of them have not signed a contract, but they've all gone about it a different way, and they're all getting different responses from the Arsenal fans. Arsenal fans adore the ground Mesut Ozil walks on. Fuck knows why.
They do, actually. You are right.
Bang average.
Yeah.
He's bang average. I've not seen nothing in 4 years to suggest otherwise. Alexis Sanchez, we should be throwing as much money at him as we can. Because that guy is exactly the type of player Arsenal need. They need somebody who's a winner. They need somebody who's going to kick off on their teammates. They want someone to fucking throw the gloves off and storm off the pitch when we've lost. Instead, it's, oh yeah, but look, Mesut Ozil did a 2-yard irrelevant pass. Let's all make a vine over it. Yeah? Well, it's true though, isn't it? Right? And I'm not going to turn this into the Ozil show or anything like that, but I would rather have, and I'm old school, Tone, I've known you a long time, and I've seen life before Arsene Wenger, right? I would rather the Alexis Sanchez player times 11 throughout the whole team than the show pony that can do it once every 10 weeks. Yeah, Alexis Sanchez, even when he's shit, he's still better than everyone else in the team, right? And I think all of them are stay. I think Alexis Sanchez, maybe Ozil, not so much Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, but definitely 100% Alexis Sanchez will sign a new contract and have something in the contract. I think all three of them are signing a new contract, but I think that the only one that has I can leave next season clause in there is Alexis Sanchez. Right, and he comes across to me as an Arsenal fan. I'm sure he does to you, Afzal and Kenny as well. As if he's forced to stay, he ain't the one that's going to sulk. He'll just knuckle down and get on with it, and he'll knuckle down Ronaldo-esque and then get his move anyway, like Ronaldo did. One more season, you can go Real Madrid,
like Suarez did. Ronaldo,
and Suarez the same. Signed the
he'll
contract,
definitely leave
come early,
season, but he'll stay the season. Yeah.
But I think all three of them are signing a new contract. I think he'll be the only one that has the little glitch in there that says you can go if we're shit this season, which we're going to be. Right. In terms of actual signings, I won't waffle on too much longer because obviously there's a lot of people waiting. Yeah. But in terms of actual signings, I think Lacazette is a fantastic footballer. Absolutely over the moon.
What do you make of Claude's analysis of him as being? I've heard Claude saying
I love Claude to bits, and I know he's watching this as well, right? And he's shocked that you didn't send a link out for this, Tony. Right.
Well, excuse me. There's a very good reason for that, and he's fully aware of that, and he's aware of that. We all know why, don't we, boys? You know what I mean? Come on.
I don't think Lee does. I'll message you, Lee. But yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Kenny
Right,
knows.
well, anyway.
Yeah, come on. I listen. I sent 3 messages to him today. I said, "Come on." He knows it. Cool.
No,
There's a reason.
I meant a link out for everyone to watch it. But anyway, let me carry on.
Right, okay. Yeah.
That's what I meant.
He's welcome on SW6 all day long, mate. You know.
But Lacazette, I think Lacazette. I love Claude to bits, and I know Claude's got his opinion. And regardless of whether I agree or not, the guy is a gentleman. I love him. Every time he's met me, he's been sweet as an up with me, and likewise. But he's wrong on Lacazette. Lacazette has got every attribute to succeed in the Premier League. He's quick. And people don't realise how quick he is. They say, "Oh, he ain't that quick." He is quick. Yeah, he ain't running in treacle like that other French donkey we've got up front called Giroud. Yeah, send him off to Everton. Give him to Everton. Laters, bruv. Bye. Yeah. He's skillful. People don't realise how skillful Lacazette is. He's very skillful. The guy will shoot from anywhere.
Can he do scorpion kicks, though?
Fuck the scorpion kick time.
Just saying. I'm just saying.
Right. But he has every
you can't say
Claude's
Claude's wrong.
He sees him as the second striker. And if you don't feed him, he sees him as a second striker, doesn't he? A player that plays off someone.
No, see, I see him as a main striker, and I see him. A lot of people compared him to Ian Wright. I don't see him as an Ian Wright. I see him as a more Jermaine Defoe. Yeah, but better. Yeah, although Jermaine Defoe has been a fucking great player in this league, and I would have loved Jermaine Defoe at Arsenal. I've been banging that drum for years. But I see him as more of a Jermaine Defoe. He shoots on sight. He gets in behind. Yeah, he's greedy. Yeah, we want that player. We want the greedy player. Look how many assists he got last season. I think he got 3 assists.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't get many, which means he fucking shoots a lot. Yeah, that's what I want. Yeah, all this tippy-tappy pass. Fuck that. I want someone that shoots, and he shoots.
Yeah.
Right. Kolasinac. I went to the Emirates Cup last Saturday. And yeah, I know I went to a game. I know I've been boycotting, but I still went. Right. And that guy, yeah.
What a hypocrite.
I know.
What?
Right.
Hypocrite.
I know. But that guy, when you see him on TV, he looks big. Shut up. He looks big. When you see him in the flesh, the geezer is a fucking unit. Yeah, Kenny, he puts you to shame.
No way.
No, but he's looked very good. Yeah, and he's an upgrade on Monreal, and he's definitely an upgrade on Gibbs, who can go down the road to West Ham. We'll give him to him.
Whoa.
I'll drive him there. Right? That's if they'd accept it, right?
You wait till we get to West Ham. I think they've done well.
No, I do. But just to wrap up, obviously I've covered what we've got. I've covered the contracts. What we haven't got, which is the most important thing here, is we need a centre-back because Gabriel ain't good enough. Rob Holding, although I think he's a fucking fantastic prospect and he was brilliant for the games he played last season, I don't think we can trust him for a whole season. That's just my opinion. Callum Chambers ain't good enough. I don't care what anyone tells me. The kid ain't good enough. Send him off to Middlesbrough again. See ya. Koscielny, most overrated centre-back in the Premier League.
Yes.
Yeah. 32 years old. Injury problems left, right and centre. Cannot be trusted to play 3 games in a week. Sell. Get rid. Put all your eggs in the Van Dijk basket. Go and get Van Dijk. Yeah, no, of course we ain't getting him. But if it was me, I'd go bang 80 million. He's coming.
Oh,
yeah. And I've been banging that drum since he was at Celtic. The year Celtic sold him to Southampton, we signed Gabriel for the same money. Yeah, that is what we've got running our club right now. Right. The other player I think we need is Mahrez. Everyone's banging Lamar. I'd take Mahrez over anyone. I'd take Mahrez over fucking Neymar. Mahrez is the best player in the league when he is on it. Yeah, I think he has everything to succeed at Arsenal. Yeah, he's done it at Leicester. He's done it with Jamie Vardy. You put him on the right wing, Alexis Sanchez left wing, Mr. Missing at number 10, and fucking Lacazette up front.
Mr. Missing on the bench.
That 4 will bang you over 100 goals this season. Yeah, that 4 will bang you 100 goals. Lamar, great player, don't get me wrong, but he's had 1 good season in France. Mahrez, best player in the Premier League when he is on it. Yeah? Lamar can't compete with that now. Don't get me wrong, Lamar's a fantastic footballer, and in the next 3 to 5 years, he will surpass anything Mahrez has ever done. Yeah, but right now, and we're here for right now, fuck all waiting for another 3 years. We've waited 13 years. Right now, Mahrez is about to walk off to Roma. Go and put a £30 million, £40 million bid in for him. Yeah, get him in that starting 11, and we're up there challenging for the title this season if we go and buy a centre-back like Van Dijk. That's my piece.
Okay, Kenny, your thoughts on your activity or lack of activity during this transfer window? Arsenal, been a good one?
Not really, because I think what's happening is that I think like I said, the guy Casalamac, I think he's a player that
you've butchered that name, Kenny. Sorry, bruv, you've butchered that.
Kenny, who is he?
Says there, just like the Hull keeper. Remember the Hull goalkeeper? Remember the last
you know what?
Remember the Hull keeper? Yeah,
I'll
Kupovic.
go myself a sore throat trying to pronounce it on the Hull keepers, mate.
I couldn't say Aubameyang, you know, the Aubameyang one. The guy's Germany.
Aubameyang. Just call him SC. SK. Just call him SK.
SK's been a signing we definitely needed, because I think left back or left wing back, which is a player that we've been very weak there. Although Monreal's done a good job, so I'm very happy with that signing. Lacazette, he scores goals. You can say he doesn't do this and that. What Arsenal have been crying out for the last few years has been a goal scorer, and he does score goals. My biggest concern about Lacazette is how we're going to use him. I still feel that I fear that we don't, in terms of like getting into the game more. We don't get the ball quickly enough to him. We play these little triangles where the guy will make a run, and you fight. And Arsenal want him to sort of play with his back to goal and start linking up the play. I'm sorry, but we didn't buy him for that. If you want to play like that, then you play Olivier Giroud, because Olivier Giroud is very good at that. He can link up the play, he can hold the ball up, and he's like very good at getting in these near posts in front of the striker. But Lacazette, as Lee says, shoots from sight. He's got great pace. He gets in great positions, and he's, in my opinion, he's what we've been looking for. But how we use him is going to be a very big concern. So for me as well is the situation within. I still feel that we're very short in midfield. Talking about players that we want to get like Lamar, but I think we need a central midfielder. And one of the things that's astounding me as well is that I remember 8 months ago we were talking about.
Please go get Danny Drinkwater.
No, not Danny Drinkwater. But I remember one time. I remember 18 months ago we were talking about Wanyama. You know, like getting it from Southampton. To come to Arsenal, but you know we've got El Nani, who's been, like I said, he's a bits and pieces players. He's very effective, but if you look at what Wanyama's done at Tottenham Hotspur, I do feel that in that respect we've missed a trick, because he's like a complete midfielder and he wins midfield. But I do think that in midfield against a better side of the Premiership, we're going to get overrun in midfield, even in that free system. It's going to cause me a lot of concern. I think that's what we need to fight. And I think Lamar's definitely looking to get him. I think that I know Lee prefers Mahrez, but I think Mahrez is probably second choice if we don't get Lamar, because I think, like I said, from what I'm hearing, Monaco are looking for 50 million, but Arsenal offering 40 million and 45, and it's a player that Arsenal are going to negotiate for a long time, because I think Lamar definitely wants to come to Arsenal. I was watching the French version of the Community Shield, and Lamar just didn't look interested. His mind was elsewhere. So that's a play that I do agree with Lee, however, that Mahrez, you want to miss the right now. In terms of Mahrez has got the experience. He's playing in the Champions League last year. He's won a Premiership title. Not only did he win a Premiership title, he scored 16 league goals, and he scored just as many assists. So what he brings to the table in our team, it's not just his goal threat, it's the assist as well. Now, I'm not saying that as a play. He's a different player to Mesut, but that players who score lots of goals and also, you know, like I said, provide a lot of assists. They're gold dust, especially players who've done it in this league. So I agree with Lee that maybe that's where we should be looking, but I don't think Arsenal will go there. In terms of get rid of, well, that's Arsenal for you, really. You've got, unfortunately, at Arsenal is that it's very easy for certain players to be attracted to Arsenal because Arsenal do pay very high wages for a lot of average players. And unfortunately, what happens with that is that when you want to get rid of these players, the clubs that they go to won't be able to afford their wages. So what Arsenal did with players like Aboué and Munya is that they had to pay up their contracts in order to get rid of them. I think Arsenal may have to do that with players like Jenkinson and Debussy. In terms of Jack Wilshere, well, Jack Wilshere doesn't want to leave Arsenal. I hear he wants to fight for his place, which is very commendable. Whether or not he can get in that side, I don't know. Personally, on ability, he should be able to get in this side, but I don't think Arsenal can trust him because he doesn't feel that he's fit enough, and he's got all these options in midfield. He's got someone like Santiago Cazorla in the side, our best player, but he's got to come back from injury. And he's got a conundrum with Ramsey. So that's another thing. In terms of the players that haven't signed contracts, I put out a tweet in June. I said, if any player by the start of pre-season hasn't signed a new contract, I want them sold. And that hasn't changed at all because I think in terms of Alexis Sanchez is that the thing with Alexis Sanchez, Ozil, and the Ox is that they've had since January to make a commitment and actually sign a new contract. Now, I think in terms of, I'll say Chamberlain, a lot of his misgivings is about team selection, whether he can get in the Arsenal team on a regular basis. He's been there 6 years, and he's been in and out of sight. So his one is about first team football, and I think that's going to. I think he probably wants to leave because he wants a new challenge and get first team football. In terms of Mesut Ozil, things, however, he's had since January and he hasn't signed a new contract, and so. The biggest concern for me is Alexis Sanchez. A lot of Arsenal fans are now saying that we should allow Alexis Sanchez to just leave on a free. I'm sorry. No, not at all. And I know this is going to be very controversial, right? This is in perspective. I am a farmer from Ireland, and I've got a massive cow, my best cow. Am I going to give my best cow away for free? Not a chance, because that's madness. Now, if Alexis Sanchez doesn't sign a new contract, and it's a big if now, because he hasn't committed to Arsenal since January. The two things he said was, before the Confederations Cup, he says, I would like to concentrate on the Confederations Cup and concentrate on my country. He's come back from his Confederations Cup, and he hasn't said whether he wants to stay or not. The only thing he said is that I want Champions League football. Now we're 4 weeks away from the transfer window, and we still haven't got a resolution. Stand the fact that he's our best player. Probably, like I said, be a difference between getting some top four, maybe making a surprise challenge for the league. However, whether we like it or not, we're Arsenal supporters, and for the health of Arsenal Football Club, we can't have another Sol Campbell situation. The money men at Arsenal will not even allow a situation where Alexis Sanchez is not.
It's not a bad deal for Alexis Sanchez, even though. Is it though, Kenny?
Yeah, but you say that
it's a good deal for Alexis.
We're going to get to that. You say it's a good deal, but it's got to be a good deal for Arsenal.
When you're a footballer and you go on a free, mate, you renegotiate. Everything is based on your money.
At the end of the day, Alexis Sanchez is one of the best players in the world, and one of the best players in Europe. Regardless of whether he's in the last contract itself, he is a multi-million pound asset. No, I'm sorry.
But if you're not going to sell him.
If we're not going to, it's not a case of not going to sell him. The money men at Arsene Wenger can say, right, that Alexis Sanchez is not going anywhere. But the money men at Arsenal, and because they're running a business, they're going to say, well, we're going to have to sell him. And they may say sell him to the highest bidder. So I think a win-win, as Lee says, is that if Alexis Sanchez signs a new contract, and then they put a clause in and say, look, if you're not happy with us in a year's time, you can go. So I think Mesut Ozil like I said, hasn't got anywhere to go, in my opinion. None of the big clubs are in for him. I heard some fairy tales about Barcelona, but everyone knows in football that Barcelona's first choice is not Mesut Ozil. It's more like Felipe and Coutinho Liverpool. So so again, Mesut Ozil's not anywhere go, and it's very much about his brand. But the two players that are going to cause concern is Oxlade-Chamberlain and Alexis Sanchez. Alexis Sanchez, like I said, wants assurances of whether Arsenal are going to challenge for the league. Well, he's not going to get them because we ain't going to challenge the league. And he wants assurance, and he wants to play Champions League football. We can't give him that. Oxlade-Chamberlain, as he is, 6 months he's made himself a fixture on the side. However, whenever Arsenal is choosing his best teams, Alex has not got into those sides. So for him to sign a new contract, he's going to want assurances about whether he's going to get a starting berth in our team. And if you look at the evidence over the last 6 years, that he may feel, well, that's not going to happen. He may want a new challenge. I said he'll look at players and see how they develop. Personally, I think if Oxlade-Chamberlain does leave, I wouldn't go to Chelsea because I've only got one word to say to Oxlade-Chamberlain if he wants to go to Chelsea. Sean Wright-Phillips, main man at Man City, went like I said, thought the grass was greener. Went to Chelsea, couldn't get a game. I'm not saying it's going to happen to the Ox, but this is what could happen.
Well, according to Lee, it gets straight into our team.
What's that? Maybe so, but look, Sean Wright-Phillips was doing fantastic things in 2005 at Man City. He was virtually winning them points on his own. He's got to fit the Dukes of the champions. However, you brought a player, Mourinho's brought a player without having a role for him. Now,
that was all about you not getting him, though, that one. That was all about
it's just a fact. It's just a fact, though.
Kenny, do you think the Ox is better at right wing back than Victor Moses?
Oh, without a shadow of doubt. There's no doubt about that. No doubt about it.
See, that's where I think he'd walk straight into their team because although he's a central midfielder and he's brilliant in central midfield and they had a run in central midfield, the last 6 months of last season, from January till May, or the last 5 months, he was unbelievable at right wing back.
Yeah, but there's another concern though, because you look at the situation, right? He may not get that right wing back thing because what will happen now is that now they've got Rudiger, they can always play Azpilicueta at the right wing back now.
I love your accents.
Because what will happen is that if you play Azpilicueta at the right wing back,
we just call him Dave.
You could play like Luis, Rudiger, and Cahill in three at the back.
Cahill.
So
Cahill.
You know what I mean? Well, that's how the Irish pronounce it. You just like we say Cahill. That's not the right pronunciation. Like I said, that's how you pronounce his name.
Kenny, one more time. Say Zola. I love you, bro.
So what's happening is that you say to walk to the side. I think what's happening is that Azpilicueta is going to play the right wing back. So
Azpilicueta.
Where's not to get in? And that
we just call him Dave. We do. It's easier.
Well, I can pronounce his name, so I've got an advantage on you. Oh my God. Saying that, what's happening is that it's going to go into the last day, 31st of August. I think a lot of people are going to be trying to get their ugly mugs on Sky TV, waiting outside the Emirates, showing their ugly faces, trying to go, we signed a new player. And I think that's what's going to happen because it's going to go down the wire.
I'll tell you what, wouldn't that be amazing? We've got to do one transfer night, the last one, a stream night, and there you go to the end, and we did it before, I think.
Yeah, we did.
And it was an absolute damn squid, wasn't it? No one was buying no one.
We did twice. No one was bought.
But wouldn't it be funny if we got Alexis Sanchez on late one?
Chelsea got Luis. You must.
Well, I think
you were all slagging it off. You were all laughing. You were all laughing, mate. You were all laughing. Don't say you weren't.
Yeah, I remember we were when we got
all of you laughing at me. All of you.
When we got Luis.
But I think what it is, right, Tony, if we do, if Alexis Sanchez does start at Chelsea, you can imagine Mealy and Afsal just walking off in his stuff. Off his show, that is.
You're far too professional for that, Kenny. Right, what I'm going to do, though, Kenny, I'm going to chop it up a bit, right? Because
Kenny, you've had your time.
Poor old Paul's had to fucking sit there and listen.
Yeah, I haven't had to say it. I haven't had my say yet.
No, I'm going to bring you in, Afsal. Right. I'm going to bring you in. No, I'm going to bring you back in. I'm going to flip over to you in a minute, Afsal. We'll talk about Arsenal's transfer window as well. But it's only fair, and it because Paul's had to sit through fucking stacks of it.
I think it's
and I
falling
want to
asleep.
talk about.
It's falling
Well,
asleep.
poor bloke.
No,
Poor bloke.
Tone, let me jump in because I'm going to talk about yours and Arsenal's transfer window as well. I think.
Oh, okay.
I think that with Arsenal they've improved, and with yourself you've just replaced. Because if you look at it, Morata, is he better than Diego Costa?
No.
No. Is Bakayoko better than Matic?
The same.
I like Rudiger.
Can I just ask? Can I just come in on that very quickly?
Go on then.
Right. Diego Costa's still at our club. So right now we've got Diego Costa and Morata. Hold on with this. Would you be saying the same thing about Arsenal if Alexis Sanchez fucked off and they got in Lacazette?
Well, they're two different players.
But I'm just asking the question: if Lacazette, right? If look, let me tell you that if Alexis Sanchez had fucked off last week, the Man City, Arsenal will be thinking this is the worst fucking transfer win they've ever had.
They've downgraded. If Alexis goes,
so if they've gone forward, what I'm saying to you is it's only because he's still hanging on. He ain't fucking got it. He ain't left. He ain't gone yet. No one knows.
No.
It's only cryptic, isn't it? Right. So what I'm saying to you is, right now we've still got Diego Costa.
Yeah. Well.
All right, I know, but you know what I'm trying to say.
The other day, I'm seeing Alexis Sanchez was training on the Emirates pitch and he was kissing the badge and all that sort of rubbish.
Oh, so I hate all that shit,
Diego Costa is in Spain having a party, waiting for Atletico Madrid to buy him. So that's nailed on.
True.
In an Atletico shirt.
Morata is a great forward in Spain, where it's not physical. In this country, you're going to get kicked, you're going to get punched, you're going to get fucking thrown on the floor. I don't know whether he can handle that. So with regard to like Arsenal and Chelsea, I think Arsenal have improved because they've bought someone to. If Lacazette goes pear-shaped, they've still got Welbeck, they've still got Giroud to come in. Where if you've got Morata goes to pear-shaped,
we got Batshuayi that's managed to score 2 goals against them in the game I don't want to mention.
Personally, I think he's a better player. Yeah.
Well, just saying.
Yeah.
Sorry, boys. You know what I'm saying. Well, I want to talk West Ham, Paul. Well, I've got to tell you, mate. I actually like that Anautovic. I think he's a lump, mate. I think he's a very good player. Very good player.
He is on his day, but his days are fair and far between because, you know, you'll get like 5 games out of him, then he'll go missing for 5 games, which from what I've seen anyway, I'm hoping that Bilic can kick him up the arse and he can actually play a whole season, but we're waiting to see that. I think we've done the best transfer of the window with Chicharito for £16 million.
The little P bargain.
That is the same as what Lee was talking about earlier with Lacazette. On-site shoots. That's no fucking... Don't so fuck about. He's a clinical goal scorer, and that's what we've been fucking crying out for years at West Ham. We haven't had one of them since Dean Ashton. So that...
He's terrible, isn't he? Sort him out. Sort him out, Ken.
Sorry, can I just jump in, right? I heard some stat the other day, yeah? Sorry, I know I'm taking your talk.
You go for it. Go on.
Right, I heard a stat the other day that since like you bought this Chicharito, and he's a quality footballer, mate. Yeah, he is a very good footballer.
Yeah.
Right. I heard something like the last 32 strikers you lot had brought, right? I think only 5 or 10 of them had scored more than 3 goals.
3 goals, yeah. A lot. Yeah, go on.
No, I was just going to say
that. No, listen. To be fair, a lot of them strikers were brought in on loans, like for half a season. We've bought them for a couple of million. I think I heard David Sullivan on the radio. He come out and said we got in Mido. We got in Mido a few years back when he was fat and overweight. He was on £1,000 a week. And they said,
I remember that. Yeah, £1,000 a week. Yeah.
We might as well have took a chance with him because it weren't much of a risk. So he comes in. If he don't hit the ground running, we'd suck him off. But £1,000 a week. So listen, there was loads. Listen, they brought in loads to try and makeshift it and whatnot. But
see, this is what makes me laugh with West Ham, right? West Ham are very similar to Arsenal. They always try and do it on the cheap.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the cheap don't work, so then they fuck it off and then go and buy another cheap.
Yeah.
Right. If you add up how much money West Ham has spent on them 32 strikers,
yes,
yeah, in terms of transfer fees,
yeah,
You could have brought an Aguero and had him for 6 years straight, banging 30 goals a season.
You could have done, but then that's over a long period of time. If you look at Arsenal's money and you look at West Ham's money, it's fucking miles difference.
Yeah,
So, like, for us to go out and spend 25 million on Arnautovic, that's like you going out and spending 60 million on Lacazette.
To be fair, Arnautovic, what you just said on Arnautovic, on his day, he's brilliant.
He is.
He's good, mate. He's good in the air. He's strong. You know.
Yeah,
I like him.
He is a good player. And I think, to be honest with you, out of the three of us, Arsenal, Chelsea and West Ham, I think you've done the best business to make your team a lot better than you were last season, whereas Arsenal haven't and Chelsea haven't. Arsenal and Chelsea ain't going to be much better. Especially Chelsea, they were champions.
Well, we couldn't risk bringing in players from abroad that we don't know if they're going to settle. So our plan was apparently to go and get established Premier League players. We've got Joe Hart to come in and goal, which is an improvement of what we've got. Zabaleta, who's an experienced right back, which we had no one there last season. We was getting
great signing.
He's a great footballer, and then Arnautovic and Hernandez. I don't think we're finished because I think we still need to replace Mark Noble. I think Mark Noble hasn't got a leg.
I was going to say you need a central midfielder.
That's also that's your stadium. That is, Paul, as well. You know that. That. I swear to God, it's all in the minds. Everything.
Yes.
You know.
But listen, we're generating in more money now. It's not. Listen, we spoke last year, 2 years ago, when we spoke about us moving into this new stadium and us progressing as a bigger club. That's not going to happen overnight. That's going to happen in a period of 10 years.
Yeah.
So in a 10-year plan, we're hopefully going to be. Listen,
I see West Ham in front of Arsenal, mate. In 10.
Fuck off, you joker!
I'm fucking telling you, mate. I'm telling you, mate. What are you gonna fucking? We ain't gonna. Listen, you can't even build on top of that.
I see West Ham gazumping you on deadline day for Danny Drinkwater, mate. So don't worry about that.
Mate, and then Tony would be like, "We didn't want him, but Tony's going on how much he wants him now."
Please speak to West Ham.
It's all on camera.
Well, to me, I think it's a logical.
I don't think Danny Drinkwater's a bad player at all. I think
Thank you. He's not.
Personally, I think
never mind.
He's a dog. He's a dog in midfield, which will do the ugly work for you. He done that.
For you guys, West Ham will be good.
Hey, say that again.
For West Ham, he would be a good signing.
He would be good, yeah. You look at Chelsea's Mo. Listen, your Cesc Fabregas and your Santi Cazorla is our Mark Noble. We need to replace that sort of player. He's a deep line midfielder who makes the play goes forward. We've got Mark Nobles on his last leg, so we need to get someone like that. So Danny Drinkwater would be perfect for that. You yourselves, you've got I don't know who Chelsea's got now to do it. Fabregas.
Well, but the thing is, Paul, mate, right, is when you get those games where you need a two-lined, tough holding mids, where you got look, Fabregas can play. Like Champions League football, he's a master with the ball. We know he is. If he can get his head up and play them balls, mate, he's a master.
He's the best central attacking midfielder in the league, mate.
Yes, but there's going to be those sides that are in your face, mate. They don't let you settle, those really physical sides. That's when you needed, dare I say it, Nemanja Matic and Golo Kante.
That's right. Listen, you're going to get Danny Drinkwater. You're going to get Danny Drinkwater. You're going to play when you're in the front in the Champions League and you're trying to hold a game. You've got Kante there and you've got Danny Drinkwater there. You shut the shop and nothing.
Thank you. And look at his record, right, when he played alongside and Golo Kante. I know you take the piss, but I think it's an absolute genius, a masterstroke. This is. I'm telling you. You mark my words.
Do you know how well Danny Drinkwater played against Atletico Madrid? He played very well.
He's a good player. He's a good player.
Can I just say one thing?
Mate. I think he's a decent player. Listen, Antonio Conte, would you doubt his fucking... Antonio Conte wanted to buy them both together, but Leicester said no, right? And they thought he was going to wobble the Kante deal. So they backed off from Drinkwater. They wanted the pair.
Let me just say this, though. Let's just say this.
Might as well get him now.
We went from being linked to Marco Verratti to Danny Drinkwater. That's thinking, for goodness sake.
But no, they're not the same players, are they? They're not the same players.
No, but we've been linked with those type of caliber players to suddenly Danny Drinkwater. I cannot take this. Like, it's not something.
I love the fact
I'm saying Danny Drinkwater is not a good
arms about it. It's great.
Huh?
Yeah, but I can't believe it. All over social media, everyone's going, "What the fuck's it?" It's crazy. Right? For me, I wrote in our Facebook group. I don't know if you see it today. Did you see that? I wrote a big piece on it, and I said, mate, I might be the minority, the one minority, 1% that actually thinks it's a fucking clever deal. I think it's a clever deal, mate. I really do. But there you go. Let's just speak. It's a game's about opinions, isn't it?
Listen, it's not going to be first choice, is it? You're going to have Bakayoko, you're going to...
No, and I don't expect him to, but what a fucking superb number 3.
Let me just say this. Let me add this in on top as well, right? I play FIFA a lot, all right? So when I play...
Oh, fuck, mate.
That's my socks, mate. I don't want this. I can't do this.
Fair enough.
Maybe we should get him, because maybe we should get him in replacing for Ramsey.
Do you know what? You know what you Arsenal boys need? You need a fucking captain.
That's what you need.
You need a captain.
You did.
You need someone who's going to shout.
I think we should get Drinkwater. I'm in for Drinkwater, you know.
Well,
you need a drink water, mate. I'm telling you.
He might be a top assist maker. You never know.
There you go, mate. Yeah. So, Paul, just going back to West Ham, mate.
Yes.
Obviously, you've let Ashley Fletcher go. You do love a little bit of a deal with Middlesbrough, don't you?
well, to be honest, they've paid a lot of money for our shit. To be honest, like Ashley Fletcher didn't make the.
It's honest, isn't it?
Ashley Fletcher didn't make the grade. He wasn't good enough. I saw him last year, and Darren Randolph was sort of surplus after we bought Joe Hart. So they've given us 12 million for the pair of them. So I think we're going to go back into the window at the end of the transfer window and get a midfielder and possibly another strike. And we're all. I'm happy. I think we've done the best window out of the lot. So I'm happy. 16 million for Hernandez. You can't turn your. He wouldn't look out of place in anybody's side.
Oh no, we were linked with him. I know.
Yeah.
You know, probably. Well, Mo probably wouldn't like that one. He'd get his FIFA stats out now.
Yeah.
Shit. Hey, shit. Oh, hang on. This one can run. He's a 98 on the speed. Or having it. Oh, fuck it. I don't know. What do I know? Anyway, okay. Afsal. Let's talk Arsenal. Back to Afsal.
I'm gonna go on and on now.
Okay.
Oh, for fuck, man.
All right.
I'll put the fucking kettle on.
Regarding Arsenal, I think it's been decent but not great. Simply because for the last few years we've needed a striker in the transfer window, and last year we never got one. You can't really say Perez because he wasn't playing. The year before we didn't get a striker, and the year before, we got Welbeck, but he's been very injury prone. So this year, before this transfer window started, I said first we need a centre back, then we need a striker, then we need a CM. Centre back we haven't got, and I'm really desperate to get one because with this defense we can no way win the league. Impossible. Like even if we had a top manager, we wouldn't with this defense because, as Lee said, Koscielny, he's very overrated by Arsenal fans. I think he's good, but he's not world class. Holding's still young. It will take him time. You know, there will be games next season where he will make errors. Gabriel obviously is not good enough. Mertesaker's lost his legs. Mustafi, I don't rate Mustafi. I think he can't pass. No, I'm being honest. He can't pass. Like he made a lot of errors last season.
All you lot thought he was well class, mate, last season, right?
I never know. I don't know. That's the thing, man. That's the thing with Arsenal fans. If a player has one good performance, they're the best player in the world. If a player has one bad performance, they're the worst player in the world. It's like that with our fans. They're very you know what I mean. But I don't think we've got that top class defender. We need Van Dijk, as Lee said. Yeah. Him and Alderweireld are probably the best defenders in the league. So if we should just bid like I said, we should just 50-60 million on Van Dijk. It won't happen, but we should do it, and that would sort out our problems. I want a centre midfield probably next to Xhaka. Ramsey's obviously unreliable in there. We need because Cazorla is obviously injury. Cazorla's going to be injured, so we need someone to properly replace him, like a Fabregas type, not a Drinkwater type because he's a bit defensive, but someone who plays similar to Fabregas. We need someone like that, like a mini playmaker in that centre midfield position.
Who? Afsal, who would you get?
Who would we get?
Because there's no one at back. We're looking for the same thing.
This goes a bit too forward, Lee. We can get. That's the thing. Which CMs are available? I mean, which CMs are available?
Anyone's available. We've just proved that.
No, but like no, but I'm saying
Anyone.
like I mean realistically, like who you gonna buy for, like, you know,
If
you're
you
not
pay
gonna
what's required,
pay 100
everyone's
million.
available, man. End of.
Arsenal aren't gonna pay 100 million for a player. We're
Who
gonna
are you
pay
going to
like
get?
60
Who are you going to get now to replace Santi Cazorla? That's affordable.
We aren't getting a midfielder because Wenger's theory will be like, we've got Ramsey, we've got Wilshere, we've got Cazorla, we've got Coquelin, we've got El Neni, we've got Xhaka. So we're not even getting a midfielder. I'm just saying like what I want. So that's out of the.
No, I know it's what you want, but who would you choose?
Some people are saying Lemar can play there, but I don't think he can. I think he's a bit more advanced.
He can play there, Afsal, but the majority of his good work last season was left wing.
Was on the wing, and
or
that's
just
what I'm saying.
Off the main striker, yeah.
Yeah. So like, and then regarding Lacazette, I think it's a very good signing. I think, see, the thing with Lukaku, Lacazette, Morata, they're all in that second level, like, you know, just a bit below world class. They're not, none of them are world class, but they're all very, very, very good players. And I think
where would you put Costa?
Costa's world class. Costa's better than all of them, definitely.
Oh, well, Costa's world class.
I disagree with that. I think he's in the same bracket.
I think he's just a bit. I think he's just a bit ahead because Costa is a.
I do. Come on,
Costa's a fighter. Costa's a fighter. You see, look, if you look about it, see, Lacazette, okay, I think he'll get us. I think he'll score 20 goals. I think he'll have a very good season, but I don't think he will win us the title. Like he's
Lacazette.
He's no Aguero.
But I think that more boils down to the manager and the team that we've got around him.
Of course, that boils down to the manager, of course. But I'm saying he's no Aguero. You know what I'm trying to say? He's no.
Yeah,
Aguero.
but if you put Lacazette up front for Chelsea this season, would they win the title? Probably yes.
Yeah, probably yes.
Yeah, if you put him up front for Man United this season instead of Lukaku, would they win the title?
Probably yes.
Possible.
Yeah,
if you put him up front instead of Aguero.
That's rather interesting, Lee. That's rather interesting what you're saying there.
No.
Because by definition, you're saying we got a better. Well, we'll get to that question later, but it's rather interesting. I will be bringing that back up.
No, see, I think, like I said, out of the three, I think they're all very, very good players, and I think Lukaku will hit over 20 goals. I think Lacazette will hit over 20 goals, and Morata will hit 15 to 20 because Morata, like Paul was saying, is, you know, it's a very different style. Spain to England.
He's a technical player, man.
Lukaku's Premier League proven, so he will bang in goals. Lacazette is actually an Arsenal type of player. Like if you've seen him how he plays, he is an Arsenal type player. But we've got to use him properly, because if we start using him like stupidly, like we've done in the past, then forget it. There's absolutely no point. Yeah, it will be a pointless signing. But we need to use him properly, and so I think in the striking department we've got that. But like Lee and Kenny already mentioned, we need a centre back and a centre midfielder. And without that, I don't think we can. There's no way we can win the league. Yeah, like there's no way we can do it. Regarding Lemar. See, this I've always thought Sanchez was going to stay, and I 100% think he's going to stay. The reason is I think he wants to go. It's obvious he wants to go. He 100% wants to go. But I think Wenger has said to him, "Nah, you're going to stay. Whatever happens, you're going to stay. We will not sell you." And I have a feeling if a team from abroad like PSG or someone came in for 50-60 million bid, there's a chance Wenger would sell him. But I don't think there's any official interest from a team abroad. I think there's only one team who's properly interested in him, and that's Man City. And Wenger will no chance sell him to Man City simply because of this, because he just signed a new contract. And it was a very unpopular, obviously, thing to do around my fans. Imagine the first thing after signing a contract is selling Sanchez to Man City. Imagine the uproar. There'll be protests. Like...
I don't think they give a shit, though, mate.
The club cannot risk that.
Tony, don't give two flying fucks.
He don't give a shit about that, mate. He don't give a shit.
They do.
He slated you lot. Do you know the funny thing about, right, I'm not being horrible now, right? He come out prior to the cup final. Let's take ourselves back to the way we were prior to the game, because we met in TGIs, as you all know. And when I met you guys, mate, you were not looking forward to that final. Yeah, we thought we'd won it. You know what I mean, and all that. Fair play,
you thought you'd already won it, time.
Totally. I'll totally accept that all day long. However, right, he come out and really bashed your supporters up. He said you were a disgrace. You know what I mean? And then within 24, 48 hours after winning that cup, he announces what you all knew was going to happen anyway, yeah? And he's the type of bloke where he looks at you fans, he don't give a shit, mate.
He don't care about us, mate.
He doesn't care about us. You're right, but can you just imagine the first thing he does after signing a contract is selling Sanchez to Man City and then winning the title? Just can you just imagine that?
Yeah, but Afsal,
I can't imagine that.
Let's be honest, Afsal, right? Last season there was protests, there was Wenger out protests. Yeah, some people. Yeah, a lot of people. Kenny as well. Yeah, a lot of people were there. Yeah,
Kenny were there,
on the front line, marching. Yeah, going down and marching. Wenger out, and he still signed a contract on more money.
Because people
care.
supporting him as well. People supporting him.
But Afsal, listen, let's be honest, Rob. Yeah, win, lose or draw that cup final, we could have got him out last season. Not enough people jumped on the bandwagon. Yeah, not enough people did what was required. The people that went, I tip my hat to all of them. Yeah,
it's a big. I think it's a bigger picture at your club, though, mate.
Yeah, it's a big. The bigger picture is they don't give a fuck because they know that if 60,000 don't bother turning up next week, there's another 100,000 on the waiting list, and that is where we're at as a football club. There's so many fans waiting to get a ticket.
Is it a good idea that you're going to keep somebody who doesn't want to be there?
In my opinion.
It's a brilliant question.
Sanchez, I still would think will still give it 100% because obviously he might have his occasional sulks, he might have his tantrums with his teammates, whatever. But I think he'll still give it 100%. I still think he'll have a very good season. It's also the World Cup year. It's also the World Cup year, by the way. So in
my opinion, Paul, right? In my opinion, sorry, Afsal. In my opinion, right? It's a fantastic question. Me personally, we've had years of selling our best players to the other clubs, Van Persie, Nasri, all that bollocks, yeah? Right? We don't need to sell right now.
Yeah.
But having said that, we've got 120, 130 million pounds, maybe more in this current climate, of talent in 3 players. And although I don't rate Ozil, he's still a talent, yeah? And he's still a name and a face, yeah? And he's a big face, yeah? We've got 120, 130 million quid sat there. Yeah. Now, Arsenal is supposedly the best-run club in world football. What, they're going to let that lot walk away for nothing?
But let me jump in there.
I'd sell them. Cash into the highest bidder.
Let me jump in there. We had a player called Dimitri Payet, who was loved by all of us, and at the time he was loved by all the squad, and he was getting cuddling and kissing and all that sort of bollocks.
Yeah,
I just don't think you understand.
I just don't think you understand. And then he said, I don't want to be there no more. Let me fuck off. And
all right. Well, Sanchez just won't. If he doesn't want to be there, he won't sign a contract, and he'll go next year for free.
But in that month that he said he don't want to be there, that squad was terrible. We was absolutely shit, and he made the whole team poisonous.
I don't think the 3 at Arsenal would do that. I really don't.
No, but it's true, though, Lee. It's true because what Paul's making and what Kenny made earlier, right? Okay, that next year he's going to go for fuck all.
That's because
exactly.
He's going to go anyway.
And that's my point.
It's gone next season anyway.
If it was me, I've said this umpteen times all summer, right? Sign the fucking contracts, all 3 of you, or fuck off. Because all 3 of them are taking the piss. Yeah?
That's the way. That's the only way.
All 3 of them. Yeah, I love Alexis Sanchez. That guy is so good. He is worth the entrance fee on his own. Because he is a fantastic footballer. He gets you out of your seat. Yeah, and he's a joy to watch. Mesut Ozil, never rated him in his Arsenal career. The day he signed for Arsenal, I thought, wow, we've got the best number 10 in the world. I expected massive things. He's been fucking shit. End of story.
I agree.
Yeah? End of story. He ain't lived up to the hype. Yeah. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Right. I love the kid. I think he's a fantastic footballer. But he's had a good 6 months. In 6 years. Whether that's his fault or not is irrelevant. Yeah. Do you think he's had a good 6 months?
Lee,
sell all of them.
Do you think
if they don't want to sign, sell?
Oxlade-Chamberlain's playing for a move.
All 3 of them are. All 3 of them are waiting for the other one to make a decision before they make their decision.
You know,
the news today was Monaco. Monaco are massively linked with Monaco.
No, that's
the only thing that attracts you to Monaco is the fact you don't pay tax. Other than that, they're shit. Yeah, you ain't going
quite like that, I guess.
Wait a minute. They were champions last year.
Yeah,
They
but
won
let's
in the
be honest. PSG have now just gone and done a transfer. We're going to speak about that in a bit.
Afsal, they've been ripped apart, mate.
Yeah, because they did
they're
well.
not
They
gonna
got
do
Champions League
shit this
semi-final. They
season.
won the league.
Yeah, they're not going to
Yeah,
do
they
nothing this season. The only thing that attracts any players to them is it's tax-free. It's a tax haven. Yeah. Other than that, their stadium don't even hold fucking what Fulham does. Yeah.
It's on a car park, isn't it? It's a car park.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a shopping
Sheffield
centre.
United and Sheffield Wednesday get more than them. Fucking Derby County get more than them. Yeah, right. It's a lovely part of the world to live. Let's get it right. It's a lovely part of the world to live. It's a tax haven. Other than that, there's fuck all going for them.
Monaco aren't going for them.
They're nothing.
Paper talk. That is.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is, like, very quickly. Sorry, Tone. Just very quickly, right? Like I just said, all three of them, Sanchez, Ozil, and Oxlade-Chamberlain, all three of them have took the piss all fucking summer. Yeah, I have no doubt in my mind that we've offered all three of them a new contract. Yeah, and all three of them have fucking just swerved it all summer. Right. So if I was Arsene, who clearly runs the club, as we all fucking know, you've got until X day to sign and agree, or I'm selling you. And I will sell you to the highest bidder. And people will go, yeah, but for years you've cried about selling Van Persie. We're 7, 8, or 5, 6, 7 years on from that. We do not need the money now. Yeah? So now we're in control. You sign the contract or you're sold. And if you're sold, we've then got 100-odd fucking £1 million to go and replace you. Oxlade-Chamberlain is replaceable. Mesut Ozil is replaceable. The only one who ain't is Alexis Sanchez, because there's only about 4 or 5 players better than him in world football. Yeah, but that's the hit you have to take.
Well, look, this leads me on to my next one, and funny enough, we've now been on air. Am I right in saying an hour and 3/4 already?
Yeah. See, the problem is
an hour and 15 minutes is probably
no one is interested. No one is interested in Ozil. Yeah, no big club wants him. Yeah, so first of all. I think a lot of clubs would take Ozil. I just don't think. No. But you haven't heard.
They wouldn't.
Have you heard one? Even paper talk hasn't even come about him. Yeah,
Fenerbahce is the only club that have showed a remote interest.
Big club wants him. So obviously he's going to say I want to stay. Blah blah blah. But the question is, why isn't he signing the contract? Yeah, that's the question.
Exactly. This is what I was saying about his brand. He's saying he wants to stay to keep all of his brand up.
Yeah, I think he will sign it at one stage.
It's interesting that though about the brand, isn't it? It's very interesting. Do you know what I mean?
Of course it is.
Sanchez,
that's what we're about, mate.
There's two options with Sanchez. Yeah. Either, obviously, Arsenal give him 300 and he signs, and whatever happens, he will leave next year. So there'll be in a clause in his contract, you can go next year. Just like with Suarez, with Ronaldo, it's happened to so many players.
So what's the fucking point?
Or
because you can command £70 million, £80 million next summertime. Now he's going for 40.
Don't you think he knows that? Why would he want to sign something that in a year's time he could command it himself through wages?
Yeah. Or Sanchez might be stubborn and say, no, screw you guys. I'm going to go on a free next season, and he can get 350,000 from
in January.
That's
my
point.
In January,
that's the only deal.
If Alex Ferguson was in charge of Arsenal right now, he'd say, Ozil, Sanchez, fuck off. We don't need you. If you don't want to be here, fuck off, and we'll go and get somebody.
Said. Fucking comment of the night, mate. Well said.
You're spot on. You're 100% spot on, but they're going to have the balls to do that. Yeah, Arsenal. Wenger ain't going to do that.
See, a lot of people get it twisted, right? Come January, a lot of people think he can talk to any club. Yeah, he can't. He
will go to Man City.
Yeah, but in January, all three of them can only talk to foreign clubs. Yeah. So come January, he's got all three of them have got 6 months left. They can only talk to foreign clubs, right? Come January, all three of them are worth half of what the fucking hell they are now. Yeah. So come January, Alexis Sanchez is worth £20 million.
Yeah.
Let's be right. Let's be real. Yeah. Let's not dress it up. He's worth 20 million.
You've got to sell him.
You've got to sell him.
If
he ain't signing, sell him.
He could end up at Man City for a free next season. He could.
Exactly.
I'm not saying he will, but he
sell
could.
Him.
He wants to play for Pep. He wants to play for Pep.
Or go.
He wants to play for Pep.
Selling you.
He wants to play for Pep.
Of course he does.
He's got a month. As they say, he's got a month. If they don't want to sign a contract, they've got to be sold. Assets.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, Lee. So what if he doesn't sign? Lee, if he doesn't sign by 31st August, just say 30th August he still refuses. Then what? What are you going to do?
Sell him.
I'm
You
asking you.
then phone Pep Guardiola and say Alexis Sanchez is available. It's 45 million quid.
And,
Yeah.
and who are you going to
You
bring
then
in?
go,
Gonna
there you go,
last
Pep.
minute?
You've won the title.
It doesn't
bring in last minute. Yeah.
Axel, you can't use that argument. The guy is not signed a contract. All this stuff, it's not irrelevant. Who are you going to bring in? It doesn't matter.
It's irrelevant.
This guy
Exactly.
is not shown us any
And then
loyalty.
you sell him to.
We're screwed. I think with the
He's not
You sell
Sanchez,
him to the highest bidder.
it's like a
He's
lose-lose
got-
situation. It's a very
Yeah,
hard.
but Afsal, there's only one person to blame in
Ask-
all this. and
yeah,
that's
ask
Arsene Wenger
Wenger.
for allowing all three of
He's
them
an
to go down
idiot.
to 1 year.
He's actually an idiot, Wenger. Why would you
Let's be
allow
honest, how
your
many- how
two
many
luxury
contracts-
players? He's thick. Why would you allow
How many contracts did Alex Ferguson or Jose Mourinho let go down to 18 months?
It
1
doesn't
year?
happen.
Yeah, on 2 years, you negotiate. After 2 years, it's less than 2 years. Yeah, bang, they're out the door at Chelsea. Bang, they're out the door at Man United. Bang, they're out the door anywhere else.
No, but
at Arsenal, we go, no, it's all right.
Yeah,
it's
but
actually in our favour that they're in there last year.
Guys, I know why this happens. It's a fact why this happens. Still believes players, when it comes to Arsenal Football Club, they are so in love with the club that they'll never want to leave.
No bullshit.
He's deluded.
And one thing is deluded. He generally believes that players come to Arsenal because of him and will stay because they owe their career.
No, that's rubbish.
No, you're right, Kenny. You're right. Everything you've just said is spot on, mate.
Don't think like that. Modern footballers don't think like that. They think about their career, and they got to be careful with their career.
But
he hasn't won the Champions League, and he ain't going to win it, Arsenal.
Kenny, not only that, buddy.
Career.
Yeah, not only that, he come from poverty, mate. He come from not being able to afford football boots. Yeah, man's in it for whatever he can get out of the game. Yeah, you see that when he plays every week. The guy is a fucking unbelievable player that would walk in most teams in world football. Yeah, Mesut Ozil hasn't come from that and walks around like he's got a chip on his shoulder and is quite comfortable.
Wenger doesn't learn his lesson.
Hence the difference in their social media accounts and what I said about brands, yeah? Alexis Sanchez has got 100,000 followers more than Tottenham Hotspur. Mesut Ozil's got 15 million followers more than Tottenham Hotspur. Yeah? Because one's building a brand and one just wants to win football matches.
I don't follow him as well, but yeah.
Yeah? Neither do I. But that's the difference.
Let's leave it on our next.
I'd rather follow Danny Drinkwater. But
let's leave it on our next question then, because I'm sick of Sanchez. No offence, boys.
Okay, one last thing. Wenger is...
You wouldn't be when he's banging his goals.
Fucking Arsenal fans TV. Hey?
Wenger won't learn his lesson. He let everyone. He let Van Persie last year.
We'll have to wait and see the next month. Listen, we'll be doing a stream. We'll be doing a stream, quite a few streams over the next month. So obviously we'll find out, and it'd be interesting to be on air live that night when obviously he fucking leaves you. No offence, but
He's not. He's staying. Watch.
Yeah, well, we know. Listen, whichever way you look at it, right? As Afsal said, it's a lose-lose situation, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? But I want to bring it on to the next one, guys, and we have to, because we've done nearly 2 hours, right? And we only talk about the game tomorrow. I do want to ask you one quick question on a similar level, right? What do we think about 200 million Neymar, half a fucking million quid a week wages, tax-free?
Right.
Kenny.
I'm right, mate. Right. The fact of the matter is that PSG have bought not just a footballer, but they bought a footballer's image rights. And it's all about the fact of the matter is that they bought the most, because you've got to realise that Messi's going to be 31 next year. Cristiano's going to be 33. Mayo's very too young. So he's the heir apparent to these players. Now, what's happened is that that's with pure money. Simple as that. The law of Barcelona just wasn't strong enough for Neymar. Remember, PSG went in for Cristiano Ronaldo when Cristiano Ronaldo was having like nightmares about his tax, and they made an offer to Cristiano Ronaldo, a firm, concrete offer, not just Cristiano Ronaldo's football. They're buying Cristiano Ronaldo the image rights in order to make some money. But what's happened is Cristiano Ronaldo clearly wants to win the European Cup again with Real Madrid and win the La Liga.
But you're probably my sort of age, Ken. You know, you remember frigging Trevor Francis. I certainly do. I remember that. Oh, that's bright club, wasn't it? You know.
Yeah. Well,
come on, mate.
Yeah, but you've got Rios, Tony. The thing with Tony, like, if it evolves, right? You look at the thing. You have Trevor Francis. Alan Shearer's the most expensive player at 2.5 million, 1992, and then a year later, Lentini left Torino to go to AC Milan for 13 million. A year later, Jean-Pierre Papin went for 12 million.
Shevchenko, wasn't it? Zidane and Buffon and all that.
Goes up and up. Shearer 15 million, and then after that, it goes 30 million. It's the going rate now. It's all about TV money and image rights. It's the same with inflation. Yes, now. World-class players are that thin. When we label players world-class, Paula players are world class, and some of the players that are called world class is embarrassing to call world class. There's only a few world class players. Two of them play for their El Clasico clubs. One's just gone to PSG. In my opinion, we're struggling for world class players because he's a world class player. He has gone for that money. That is the going rate. PSG have the money to release him for his clause.
It's a country, though, isn't it?
It is a country, and that's the thing with football. The same Man City, though, they're a country. And but the fact of the matter is that's how football's going to go. Whenever you've got big TV money, you've got the Asian markets, the Nigerian markets, the American markets, the Australian markets, and you've got all the European markets paying all this money. The money is there for these players. Trust me, an average player in 2 years' time is going to be earning 200 grand a week. It's a fact. It's evolution. It's economics. It's inflation, mate.
While you're getting Wally's going out and spending £100 on a Sky subscription for a month, you're going to get players earning 200 grand a week.
100%, 100%, Paul. 100%.
Yeah,
that's the way it's going. And I'm telling you, PSG, that 200 million is a drop in the ocean for them. They'll earn that back in 2 years. Bang, straight away.
It's the Qatari government, isn't it? The Qatari government. And this is why financial fair play, Michel Platini and all that, when he got into sort of, I mean, Arsene Wenger was an advocate, wasn't he? A massive advocate of all that.
I wonder why, Tony.
Well, absolutely, yeah. Well, yeah, we're short for sure. But then, of course, you look at PSG and, of course, Platini and the connections there and Qatari and that. I think he played, didn't he, Qatari?
Yeah,
winning the World Cup and all that.
Let's cut it, Tony. The reason why Michel Platini brought in financial first play is because he wanted to blunt the power of the Premiership. The Premier League sides were paying the best wages, the best salaries, and they will get winning the Champions League. If they weren't winning it, they'll get to the final. 2005, Liverpool win it on penalties. 2006, Arsenal gets the final. 2007, Liverpool get the final. 2008, they get the final. The Premier League, from about 2005 up to 2012, were dominating the Champions League, and Platini did not like it. And that's why he brought in financial fair play, because a lot of these Premier League sides had debt. And
do you think that's why there was not a repeat of the United Chelsea Champions League final with the Barcelona semi-final, all them penalty decisions and everything? And
can I just say something? Right, let me tell you something now. This is a fact, right? If Barcelona didn't get this equaliser against Chelsea in 2009, they'll be still playing a game right now. Barcelona was going to get through to that. They'll be playing it right now. They'll have an injury time. They'll have an injury time going on 8 years. That's how badly Barcelona they did not want another United Chelsea final. Financial fair play was to stop the English class. But you look at it, Real Madrid have got the biggest debt in world football, and millions and millions of pounds for great players. Barcelona in debt.
Yeah.
Because that is covered by the Spanish government. If you look, you only have to look at the situation in La Liga when they were trying to bring out the financial fair play because Barcelona get their own way. The only reason why La Liga doing that because Barcelona and Real Madrid is their La Liga cash cow. Their cash cow, and that's all it is. Financial fair play is a swear word. It's already brought in to bring down English football.
What's wrong with that? Let me get your opinion on it. It's got a Mo. 200 million, $500,000 a week wages, tax free.
And
I mean, it's just not. I mean, it used to be called the working man's game, but of course, it's no longer the working man's game, is it?
definitely not.
It's not even comparable, is it? Just I mean, has the game gone mad? Has it gone completely mad now?
I think it's definitely something that's been on the horizon for quite a while. I think when you saw Paul Pogba go for the money that he went for, and sooner or later, if any one of these players, Messi, Neymar, you name it, any of these world-class players, any of these top 5 players, if they were going to move, you know for a fact we were going to be talking about these types of money, especially since the Chinese league has come about. It even made things even worse. So in my opinion, if anything, it's only accelerated the fact that this was going to happen, and it's now where it's something we're just gonna have to get either used to, or something has to collapse in a major way for it to actually have a dramatic change. But this is just the way the game is headed. It's completely mad, and the prices players are being paid for, the clubs are going to make it back, because as much as they are dropping 200 million on Neymar, they're gonna. It's just like Paul already said, 2-3 years time they're going to make that money back, and if anything, they're probably going to make profit on him. And it's from that perspective. And if my club was in the same position, I wouldn't say to Chelsea that let's not do it. I would probably end up saying, Chelsea, let's do it, because if you can make the money back, why not? And you get a world-class player at that, on top of that, because let's be frankly honest, Neymar is definitely a future Ballon d'Or winner. He's definitely going to win it. There's no doubt about it whatsoever.
Do you know when I look back in the last 10 years, you know what I think the most underrated player was, right? Underrated. And I think, you know, when you talk about that level, I mean, everyone goes, it's either Ronaldo or Messi in it, do you know what I mean? And Neymar just underneath or whatever. I always felt Ronaldinho was right up there, if not better than them two. I really did. Ronaldinho.
Absolutely.
What it was, because
I swear down. For me, I think I think that was special. He was a special player, you know.
The only reason Ronaldo is not spoken about in the same breath is the fact that he wasn't scoring as many goals Ronaldo and Messi are scoring. That's the only reason. Because
he was magical, wasn't he? You know?
Otherwise, when you look at him as a footballer, flipping hell, he had people on their feet. It didn't matter whether he supported Barcelona or not. People like
his debut for them. He scored an absolute screamer from about 35 yards.
Yeah.
I remember Messi's debut. Yeah, that's how old I am. I remember Messi's debut. He set him up with a little scoop ball over the top of the defence. Messi chips it in.
Remember that.
Yeah, and it was ruled offside. Yeah, it was ruled offside. About 3 minutes later, he done exactly the same again, and Messi scored first goal, and that was sort of like passing the mantle over. Like, it's your turn now. Yeah, I remember that.
Crazy.
Brilliant player, man. Brilliant player. All of them. The Brazilian Ronaldo.
Rivaldo.
Yeah,
all of them.
Rivaldo. Del Piero. All of them old school. Batistuta. I loved Batistuta when I was young. All them old school players.
Right,
yeah, mate. These players now ain't even in the same league.
Van Basten. Hold it.
Yeah. How much would they be worth now?
Zinedine Zidane.
Diego Maradona.
Oh, wait. I swear, I was in the stadium when he ripped our team bits.
Unbelievable.
Your man, Alvin Martin, West Ham boy.
Yeah.
Hey, mate, he should have taken him down.
Yeah.
Wipe him out.
You know, was he on a yellow or something? Or was that right? Was he on a yellow or something? He was scared, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was, yeah.
He went through the whole... That was PlayStation football. That was mad. You know, that was crazy, like, you know. But I'd like to pick up on Afsal's opinion on it. Afsal, what do you think? 200 million, it's just mad, isn't it? Crazy.
You're on mute, Afsal.
Yeah,
You're on mute, Afsal.
I'm off mute now. Yeah, I think the game's gone crazy now. It's gone mad. I mean, first of all,
Can't compete, can you, with that?
Think about it. 30 years ago, you're getting players, 5-6 million. Then I think when the market slowly started inflating was like 2000, 2001. You know, when Figo went for that 37 million, Dan went for 46 million. Yeah. So all that stuff started happening, and then was slowly going up and up since then. And then obviously when the Arabs bought Man City, Abramovich, Chelsea, Ronaldo went for 80 million. Torres went for 50 million. You know, all these transfers, they were slowly building. And then obviously last year, Pogba, 90 million out of nowhere. And now it's just doubled in like a year. I think it's ridiculous because now that means if I'm just thinking of a name. Just say if, okay, fine. Okay, Ronaldo's not going to leave Madrid. Messi's not going to leave Barca. Just say if probably Hazard had to leave Chelsea, he would probably go for 100 million now. What do you think?
I think one of the most intelligent way. If you ever want to, I've got to tell Arsene Wenger, right? You know his last press conference, the conference he'd done before this game tomorrow, right? And he was talking about this 200 million, and he said the valuation is only a valuation of whatever someone's prepared to pay. In other words, if you think about it, there's only a handful of clubs in world football that can do that move. So say you're trying to move a special player around or he's available. Like you talk about Alexis Sanchez, who has got that money to pay, and how much is it actually worth to them? Do you see where I'm going with this? Yeah. We all know that if we're after a player, the other clubs are going to put a few extra notes, you know, or they're going to charge a little bit more because it is who it is, you know, because Chelsea got a little bit more money or whatever. Do you know what I mean? But if you ever get a chance, I mean, I'm sure you must have watched his press conference. I certainly did, and I thought it was very, very interesting what he had to say about it all, you know.
Yeah, like I said, Hazard will go for 100 million now. Coutinho will go for 100 million if he goes to Barcelona. You know, players out now.
Where will it all stop? Where will it stop?
4 years ago, these players now, just say 100 million now would have been 40 million 4 years ago. If Coutinho if Coutinho was going to go to Barca, he would have gone for 40 million 4 years ago. Now he's going for 100 million. Yeah, I'm just saying if it happens. I'm not sure. I don't think it will. I don't think it will, but it might do. You never know. But I don't think so. But like I said,
these transfers, right? They're not actually. It's not actually physically handing over 200 million, is it? It's like they do it all over weeks and months, don't they?
Yeah,
well, they did with Neymar. They did the whole fee in one hit.
Yeah, that's the silly.
It's staggered
that's
over 4 or 5 years. It's the whole length of the contract, isn't it?
Can you even 200? That's just dumb. Like what? 200? Come on.
Yeah, but let's be honest. Arsenal could have bought.
It's a country, though. A country owns the football club, mate. You know,
But
we're
then
talking about a
it messes
country.
it up for everything. It messes it up for everyone else now, because now all the values are gonna go higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. It messes up, and then you've got idiots like Wenger will be like, oh, we can't afford this player. We can't do this. We can't do that. You know, we can't compete with the
He's
market.
right.
Huh?
He's
No,
right.
we can't compete with the market. That's the thing. But he just says we can't. You know what I mean? You know how he's like.
Not with the very best players, mate.
No, okay.
Not when you look at players like
Tone. We've got 200 odd million in the bank. If we wanted to buy Neymar, we could have bought him.
Yes, you could. Yes, you could.
So good have we, though, Lee. So could have
Man United as well.
So could have we, Lee.
Exactly, and Man City.
The thing is that no one's going to spend 200 million really on
the thing is, he ain't worth 200 million quid, so you wouldn't buy him.
Actually, they just have. A club is virtually
no club
because money to them, those countries, Qatar, right? Okay, it's oil. It's money is infinity.
It's a business, though. They've bought a player's image rights.
It's not a business, mate.
Exactly.
I don't think that's a business.
It is.
No, it is a business. Now it is a business because, like, what the hell?
I don't think they'll make
that money back.
You think so?
Of course they will.
So.
Mate, they're banging out shirts at 140 quid a pop.
Yeah. They're not making that money back. There's no.
Maybe you're right. I don't know.
They'll make their money
they
back.
Will. They'll make it back.
He won't be at PSG for long. He will not be there for long. Trust me.
Trust me.
3 years.
Afsal, that money will be made back in about a year and a half. Easy.
Yeah, it will. I think it will be made back. Yeah, of course it will, because shirt sales,
so it's worth it then.
Brand image, it will be. But
exactly. So then, therefore, if that's the case, then why aren't Arsenal and the Chelsea all doing that?
Because no one's gonna. Because I don't know.
It's not financial fair play. That's simply it. The English teams have been all hesitating because of this financial fair play. Now just come in and show the middle finger to the financial
fair play.
Yeah,
but the financial fair play for Arsenal is irrelevant, because Arsenal have adhered to everything. We've got £200 million at least sat in a bank account.
Oh no, Arsenal's a different story. Arsenal's a special story. Let's be really honest. Arsenal just don't want to really pay for players.
Yeah, exactly. We don't want to pay.
Exactly.
Arsenal just honestly don't want to pay for players. If they did,
keep it going, boys. Keep it going. Just go over the Waz.
They're not including his wages. Neymar's wages.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think,
Yeah, but Afsal, let's be honest, right? Fly Emirates, they're the sponsor of PSG. Yeah, they've got umpteen. Man United, for example, have got 75 different sponsors. Yeah, 75 different sponsors that are all pumping money in. Hence why they make £500 million a year income. PSG, yes, they're a tin pot club. They were formed 10 years before I was born. They were founded in 72. Yeah, right. They're probably younger than Kenny.
no, actually, they're born in 19. Lee, I think Lee, it's 1970. They're actually established in 1970.
Yeah.
So I'm 2 years young. 2 years.
Right, there you go, Kenny. Right.
You tested me, didn't you?
But
Lee,
my point is...
Lee, you mentioned the sponsors of Man United, what they're getting, but we are also in this country getting 150 million, 100 million pumped into us from TV money as well, which they are not getting as well. So we can afford, in this country, to go out and spend 30, 40 without fucking...
If you look at it, right, Sunderland... just been relegated. They're getting 100 million quid in balloon payments for being relegated. Yeah? Right? The team that finishes bottom this season will get more than Chelsea for winning the title last season.
Stoke City earned more money last season than Bayern Munich.
There you go.
Yeah,
right?
no,
Exactly.
Right?
Arsenal,
have the money.
any of the... Other than Tottenham, let's take Tottenham out of the equation because they're building a new stadium. Yeah, and et cetera, right? And their income is pretty minimal compared to the other five around them, yeah? Right? The other five around them could all have brought Neymar.
Yeah.
All of them. Every single one of them.
Yeah.
Right? No question of a doubt, right? You add in the 500 grand a week. Well, it's actually more than 500 grand a week. It's probably about 900 grand a week wages before tax. Yeah? But there's loopholes around the tax. Yeah? There's ways around that. Yeah, you can pay it into an offshore account. He could set up an offshore account in Monaco, for example, and have all his money paid into Monaco. Yeah, into an account there, which bypasses British tax laws. Yeah, there's ways around it. They're all at it. It's not tax evasion. It's just clever. Right? Arsenal could pay a player 500 grand a week. I have no fucking question of a doubt over that. Yeah, when you've got the likes of Debussy on 70, 80 grand a week, you've got Jenkinson on 60, get rid of all that shit. You can pay Neymar £500,000 a week at Arsenal. You can do it at Chelsea. You can do it at City. You can 100% do it at Man United. Yeah, the only team in that top six, maybe Liverpool, maybe can't. Yeah, maybe can't. Right, but Tottenham definitely can't.
Yeah,
because
I want to talk about them in a minute. That's
right, but 100%, Arsenal, Chelsea, Man United, and Man City could have bought Neymar.
Correct.
Right, and like you said, Paul, yeah, maybe not a year and a half. I think it'll take a little bit longer to get their money back on him. Yeah, but they will get their money back on him, and the reason they'll get their money back on him, they're banging out shirts at 140 quid a pop.
Yeah.
With Neymar on the back, and mugs are queuing up 10,000 deep to go and buy him. Right? Yeah, he's going to smash that league. So he's going to look even fucking better than he looked in Spain.
And if they get the Champions League money as well, when they get in there, and if they win it more.
Yeah, right. They're not going to win the Champions League. And in my opinion, I think Gareth Bale's better than him. Yeah. I don't think he is that fucking great.
Yeah.
Suarez is better. Suarez is much better than Neymar.
I personally, I said this yesterday on a different show, yeah? You're going to laugh me out the fucking show in a minute, right? But I think Mahrez is better than him.
What? You think Mahrez is better than Neymar?
Yeah. And I'll tell you why. I'm not.
Holy fuck!
Right. I won't waffle on because we've been going on a long time. Let me explain, right? Cristiano Ronaldo smashed it in the Premier League. He scored 47 goals in all competitions. He went to Spain. He's fucking gone to the next level, and he's made Messi climb to that level too and better. Yeah? They're the best two in the world. There's no question of that, yeah? Next level down, you've got Luis Suarez. Yeah, Luis Suarez made Raheem Sterling and Jordan Henderson look like fucking world beaters. Yeah, he made Daniel Sturridge look like a world beater. Yeah, Luis Suarez is the third best player in the world. He can make bang average shit at Liverpool nearly win a fucking title, and they were bang average. Their defense was shit. Yeah, their midfield was shit.
Yes.
Yeah, Raheem Sterling is shit.
Agreed.
Yeah. Right?
Suarez did it. Yeah.
I rate Daniel Sturridge, so I'm not going to say he's shit because I do rate him. But Luis Suarez then went to Barcelona. And at Barcelona, he scored 101 goals in 103 games or whatever it was. First 100 games, he scored 90 goals, whatever it was, yeah? Right? Gareth Bale single-handedly made Tottenham relevant in England. Yeah? He then goes to Real Madrid. He won the Copa del Rey on his own when Ronaldo was suspended and scored that fucking wonder goal, running the half a length of pitch. Yeah? Gareth Bale has scored goal after goal, right? And let's have it right. When they beat Atletico Madrid, when Ramos scored a couple of seasons ago, with about 3 minutes to go, Gareth Bale scored the decisive goal in extra time. Yeah, he scored that header in extra time. And then we all remember Ronaldo taking his shirt off and flexing because he scored the penalty. Gareth Bale scored the fucking goal that decided that, yeah? That's a Champions League final, right? You've then got Neymar. Yeah, in and around the Bale level, right? Neymar, in my opinion, he looks fantastic in Spain. He looks fucking brilliant in Spain. Yeah, he'll have fucking Getafe and Almeria fucking defenders on toast because they're shit. Yeah, they're shit. Right? The guy weighs 9 stone, dripping wet. That's a fact. Google him. He's 9 stone. 9 stone. Yeah, he's gone to France. He's gone to France. He's going to look like a fucking even better player over there. Because they're even fucking worse than Spain. And don't get me wrong, I think the Spanish league's better than the English league. Yeah, in terms of the technical ability and all that, yeah? And they've got the best players in the world playing in Spain, whereas England, we ain't, yeah? Put Neymar in the Premier League, yeah? All this trick pony bollocks he does.
Yeah, it won't work.
Mate. Nah, mate. Ronaldo soon cut that out of his fucking game. Doing all these multiple step overs. He was getting wiped out left, right and centre.
All right, well, listen.
Neymar in. Sorry, 1 sec. You put Neymar in the Premier League, every single fucking defender in the Premier League will just clatter him like they did in the World Cup. They went straight through the back of the geezer and nearly snapped him in half and broke his back in the World Cup, yeah? You then compare him to Mahrez. Mahrez is technically just as good. He's just as quick, yeah? But Mahrez has done it in France and has been the best player in the Premier League. So in my opinion, based on facts and what I've seen over the last 3 or 4 seasons, Mahrez is just as good, if not better, than Neymar. When Neymar's playing with Suarez and Messi week in, week out, mate, Rolfie, you could go and fucking play with them too and you'd fucking bang 30 goals. Yeah? Last season, Hazard got more assists than Neymar and he's playing with Messi and Suarez. Let's have it right, man. Seriously.
Lee's got a point. Lee's got a point. Like, okay, I'm not saying Mahrez is better, but what he's saying about Neymar is actually correct.
Neymar is not as good.
He's not as good as people. He's class, but he's not as good as people say.
Hold on.
Neymar, he's a wonder at best at this point. He's not even been there last year. Where was he last year?
Neymar hasn't even reached his peak yet. He's only 25. You've got to give him a bit.
That's the only thing I will say is age is on his side. But let's the other comparison I'll quickly do, yeah? Angel Di Maria.
Absolutely,
Angel Di Maria, yeah, was dubbed world class at Real Madrid. Angel Di Maria had Benzema and Ronaldo up front. He looked like Andy Ozil, yeah? He looked like an absolute fucking world beater. He comes to Man United in the Premier League. He's a skinny little 10-stone boy, yeah, that looks fantastic in Spain where they don't clatter fucking straight through you. He come to Man United and flopped. Yeah? He's gone to France and all of a sudden he looks a world beater again.
Luka Modric was class, though.
Yeah, but Luka Modric is a different type of player, Tone. Luka Modric...
No, I know, but I'm just saying.
Right? And I had people in the chat box the other day saying to me, well, yeah, but Ronaldinho never done it in the Premier League. Messi's never done... Mate, these two players, Ronaldinho, you can't even compare to anyone now, because it's a totally different game now to when Ronaldinho played, right? And people were saying, yeah, well, in that case, Messi hasn't proved himself. Messi dictates Champions League finals on his ones, mate.
Lee,
honestly speaking, game that's ever played on his own.
Like you're fetching far with this one. When it comes to saying Mahrez is a better player than Neymar, I don't think Mahrez is even in the top 10 players in the world at this point.
No, what I'm trying to say, mate, what I'm trying to say is Neymar's not going to come to the Premier League because he knows he'll flop. That's what I'm pretty much trying to say. Yeah, Angel Di Maria is the closest thing we've seen to Neymar over the last few seasons. He was fantastic and looked world class in Spain for Real Madrid with world class players around him. He comes to Man United and flopped. Yeah, he's gone to France where it's a lesser league. It's not as competitive. It's not as good. It's not as in your face, and it's not as quick. And all of a sudden, Angel Di Maria looks world class again. Yeah,
no,
Neymar is in that mold for me.
Angel Di Maria came to Man United at a time when Louis van Gaal was the manager of Man United.
And did his house get robbed or something? And twice over.
Yeah, he set it up so he could look for a way out.
Yeah, but he's come to the club at the very wrong time. Let's be frankly honest.
I
totally Maria is a good player.
At the same
Neymar
time,
is a world class player. Let's be frankly honest, because for us to say,
I don't dispute that. I think he is a world class player.
Look,
but what
Neymar
I'm saying
carries his whole country. Like we've got to put some certain things. You've got to put them in perspective.
What I'm trying to say is Neymar knew
at Barcelona, and you're telling me Mahrez, who had one good season at Leicester.
No, come on.
I can't go with you on this.
No, I accept what you're saying, right? What I'm trying to get to
You're getting him on the old Drinkwater one too, mate.
No. What I'm trying to say is Mahrez has proved that in the toughest league in world football, he is the best player in the league.
Please state that as well.
It's irrelevant. For the whole season,
they
won the league. Yeah, irrelevant.
Even Jamie Vardy had a good season. Had a good season that year.
To be fair, Mo, he done it for one season, playing alongside fucking Danny
Drinkwater
and Simpson and fucking
Drinkwater done it for one season.
He made Drinkwater look like a world beater.
Danny Simpson, Danny Drinkwater, Jamie Vardy. Yeah, one season's irrelevant. Leicester City should never win the Premier League.
Never.
Yeah, they won the
listen,
Premier League.
Can I just change?
Everyone's backing Mo. Everyone's backing Mo on the chat here.
Right, can I just change? Let me just change this one.
1 second, right? If Mahrez went to Barcelona in replacement for Neymar, would he score and assist as many goals as Neymar has in the last few seasons he's been there?
I actually don't think. I don't know. I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
I think he would.
You've got to watch
I think he
Neymar.
would.
All I'm going to say is Neymar is a fantastic player.
I agree. Neymar is a fantastic player, but would
we were in with him when he was
would Mahrez score and assist as many goals as Neymar did last season?
But Lee,
he would.
Lee, forgetting the season just before last, you've got to have a look at last season. He was.
Of course, but they all gave up. They all gave up because they wanted to sack the manager, and they're all cunts for doing that. Yeah. But let's be right. He was the best player in the Premier League by a country mile the season they won the league. And he would smash it in Spain because it's a lesser league.
We might as well start making some certain statements there, because in my opinion, if we're gonna say Mahrez is a better player, at this point I cannot go with it. I just generally can't. Mahrez is not even wanted by a big club at this point.
No, I get what you're saying. I totally accept why anybody would have a pop at me over that, yeah? I totally accept that, right? And I do, and I'm not trying to cause controversy, and I'm not trying to be a troll or anything like that.
If views have gone up, Lee, you keep doing it, mate.
No, genuinely, if I had a choice...
I'm going to get on Lee's angle.
No, genuinely, if I had a choice right now of Neymar or Mahrez, I would pick Mahrez. Mahrez has proven he's the best player in this league.
I'm telling you right now, you must be crazy. At that point, the only way I can understand that one, Lee, is that you are behind this board and you're the mastermind behind this Arsenal board at this point.
He's proved he's the best player in this league when he plays properly. Yeah, Neymar.
Right, can I just change it? Can I just change this now, yeah? Because I just want to get on a bit of a general one. I don't know where to go now. Bloody.
Nobody gets my point. Nobody gets it. I get it. In my head, I know what I'm trying to say.
Let's not go back there. Let's not go back there. Right, I'm going to start off with Kenny, actually. Right, very quick one here, Kenny. Right, because I want to get to the game, man. Right. So far then, who's had the best window? Out of all the clubs, who's had the best window? And two-part question. Two-part question. As a result of what they've done in the window, has it made you think more serious about them? In other words, have you looked at it and gone, "Oh right, wow"? Because to me, and the reason why I say it is, Man United would probably be one of the choices, yeah. And yet I look at what Man United have got so far, and I haven't gone, "Wow." Are they better? Probably, but
no, I think, Tone, what it is, right, is that people look at windows, right, And you've got to look at the situation. These players were needed by these big clubs. Man United needed a striker. They needed a main man. Arsenal needed a main man at striker. Arsenal needed a left back. Arsenal needed a midfielder. Man City needed the midfielder. They needed a defence. And they needed a goalie. So they buy players they need. Like Chelsea needed a midfielder. You needed a striker, so you didn't want to get Diego Costa. Now where you're coming to, right? You want me to say Spurs are going to struggle because they didn't buy players. And I'm going to tell you something.
No, I'm not, mate. No, I'm not. I was going to ask you afterwards, what do we make of Spurs' stance? That was my next question.
All right, I want to get to the next question. I'll tell you what we rate Spurs, right? Spurs don't need to buy players. They've already got a scorer who scores 30 goals a season. They don't need a 30 goals a season player because they've got him. 4 of their players, scored 50 league goals or more. You can't deny it. Dele Alli, 19 league goals, just as many assists. About 15 or 16 league goals, just as many assists. Song, who was in and out of their side, about 16 league goals, just as many assists. They don't need to change that side. Armour runs the show, complete midfielder. You've got players like Dembele, who's probably a bit part player. They don't need to change that. Defensively, Kieran Trippier was playing better than Kyle Walker anyway. So they don't need to change that anyway at all. Left back, if Danny Rose comes back fit, they've got the auxiliary left back in Davies. So in terms of what you're looking at Spurs, people, the other day say, well, Spurs could do a striker to help Harry Kane, but Morata just summed that at that point brilliantly. Why do you need me when you've got Harry Kane? No striker's going to code it if Harry Kane's there. Harry Kane missed 8 games last season. He's still got 29 goals. So in terms of Spurs, people are going to use the Wembley factor to say, oh yeah, Spurs won't do, they're going to find it very difficult. Well, if Spurs change the way they play and get a passer in midfield, then they'll be okay. The only thing that could hurt Spurs is if teams control possession at Wembley, then Spurs, if they play that high pressing game, if you keep possession,
you can get counters.
You can keep possession at Spurs, and you can get in behind them, because what will happen is that they all tire on that big pitch. But that's a big if. As far as I'm concerned, when you talk about the Premier League size, is it going to help win the league? It probably will be. I'm sure we're going to get to the end of the show, in that these sides, who's going to win the league, and probably we're going to come up with different people. But what I would say is that I don't think it's going to make any difference to people's transfer windows anyway, because I think in terms of Man City, all right, it's going to make them a little bit better. It's going to be Pep's second season and Mourinho's second full season. So they have to win the league.
Yeah.
Conte's under pressure. He has to win the league as well. And I think Spurs are probably going to be nose expected, because everyone assumes that because they haven't signed players, they've had a bad window. But I say they don't need to change something that's already working already. All they've got to do is just rejig their style a bit at Wembley, and especially in Europe, where teams are going to keep possession. But in saying that, who's had the best window? I'd say, to be honest,
Man City.
Probably Man City. But I don't think it's going to make a massive difference anyway. But the only good thing about it is that Pep has got his DNA in the side there. Like I said, because I think when Pep went to Man City, he inherited a very Asian squad. You know, players have been there who have played under Mancini and Pellegrini. So they're very much his players. So he's now got his own players. So in terms of that, you'd probably say Man City. But I'm just going to add it on and say, don't rule out Spurs, because the reason why I haven't bought players is that bloody need them.
Okay. Mo, who's had the best window, mate?
I would say definitely Man City. I think they have managed to get rid of the deadwood pretty much, and they have definitely invested in the right areas.
Yeah.
And I still think that, and if the right players are available, they would still strengthen too. So for me, it's a club that pretty much is doing the right thing, in terms of actually backing their manager and getting the players that he actually wants to play the formation and philosophy that he wants. And for that reason, it has to be Man City, because I just generally think that this year they're going to be a very tough team to stop.
Okay. Lee, who's had the best window, mate?
Arsenal.
West Ham.
Thank you very much.
No, West Ham in terms of
Value for money.
bettering what they had before and value for money, definitely West Ham. But in terms of higher tier teams, I personally think Man United. I think Man United have. I think they've signed Lukaku, and let's be honest, take out Harry Kane's 7 goals in the last 2 games of the season.
Gimmies.
Yeah, which were gimmies as well. Have you seen them? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Then Lukaku was right on his tail, and Lukaku gave up. Against us, he was anonymous in the last game of the season. So, you know, obviously they've signed a proper proven 20-goal-a-season striker. I think every dog has their day. Like, people say, yeah, on his day he's world class. Well, everyone's world class. Andy Carroll's world class on his day. Yeah, it's true, isn't it? Like, let's be right. People say about Ozil all the time. Oh, on his day he's great. Danny Drinkwater has his day. Yeah.
Hold on, I'm telling you, mate. You know, it's just like fucking deja vu, this is, right? You know that?
Right.
I remember, I swear to God, right, I remember you talk about when we signed David Luiz, yeah? And I swear to God, you lot were fucking exactly the same. And I said, let me tell you now, right, I'm fucking buzzing when that
And he was good last season.
If we get Danny Drinkwater, I'm telling you now, right, okay, that'd be a great,
but
great little competition.
Tone, do you know what, right? Everyone has their day. And Arnautovic, like Paul said, Arnautovic has his day 5 times a season. He needs to do it 15, 20, 30 times a season this season. Right?
Yeah.
Same with Ozil. Ozil has his day 5, 6 times a season. How about make it 25, 26 times a season? I think Man United have had the best window. I think they've signed Lindelof. I think he looks decent, like really decent. He's looked fantastic in pre-season. Obviously, pre-season is completely different to the Premier League season, but it's all we've got to go on. And we're judging what we've seen so far. Lukaku, Lindelof, and Matic. Well, you know what you're getting with Matic. He ain't going to be running up and down the pitch all day long. He ain't quick. He ain't that great at passing. But what he is good at is nicking the ball back and giving it to someone better. Yeah, and
he's a Marmite player, mate.
Yeah, I know a lot of Chelsea fans that are happy he's gone. Yeah, but I also know a lot of Chelsea fans that are devastated he's gone. And
no, I said all along we should have kept him, but
the thing is as well, like, you know, there's talk that it wasn't Conte that let him go; it was Abramovich and so on. That's by the by. He's now a Man United player. They are now better in midfield than they were last season because they've now got Matic
the whole point.
Sitting there doing the donkey work, and now Pogba, who everyone's mocked for being 90 million quid. Personally, I didn't really mock him because I know he's going to come good. Yeah, and people can take the piss out of him all day long for 90 million, but these are the same people who rate Mesut Ozil. Yeah. But it's true, isn't it? They all think he's world class. He does the 2-yard his 2-yard pass. But Paul Pogba is shit because what? Because he went for 90 million.
Because he plays for Man U. That's why. That's people's theory.
Exactly.
If he was playing for Arsenal, he'd be the best player in the world. But if he's not, then yeah.
At the end of the day, Man United, we know under the second season of Jose Mourinho, are going to be in with a shout. Second season with Jose, he always challenges. 9 times out of 10, he wins it the second season.
He always wins it.
Yeah. He always wins it second season. The first season...
First season, self-implodes.
Yeah, exactly. First season, he gets himself in, gets his feet under the carpet, knows he's not going to win it. Second season, he wins it. Yeah, goes all out.
He tells everyone he's not going to win it, doesn't he?
But I'll tell you, Tank, right? I'm going to... You know, everyone's saying Man City have had a good transfer window. Yes, they've had a good transfer window in terms of upgrading what they had, but I still don't think they're any better.
Who? Man City?
Yeah, they've spent 150 million quid on left backs and right backs. Yeah,
Mate,
and
but
I still don't think their defense is that great.
I disagree.
Right, let me. Sorry, I'll let you cut in 2 seconds, bruv. Yeah. Right?
yeah. No,
Vincent Kompany is a fantastic footballer, fantastic defender, no doubt in that. He's going to play 10 games this season if he's lucky. Yeah, fact. He ain't going to go the full distance. John Stones is bang average. Yeah, he ain't a centre back. He's more of a defensive midfielder, in my opinion. Yeah, because he can't fucking defend. Yeah, he's great at coming out the back like David Luiz style, running out the back and passing. His passing's fantastic, but he can't defend, and that's what his job is. Yeah, they've then brought Kyle Walker. Well, every Spurs fan I've ever met over the last 3 years has said Kyle Walker ain't that great, and his crossing shit, and his pace gets him out of trouble. And I tend to sort of agree with that, although I do think he's better than what Spurs fans say. Yeah,
Yeah,
right?
he's pretty good.
He's all right. He's the best right back in the league, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I think that says a lot about the right backs in the league, more than anything else, because I don't think he's world class, and I don't think he's anywhere near world class. The other two they signed, yeah. Well, Chelsea didn't want one of them, although they did want him, but didn't want to go all in for him.
With Danilo.
Well, yeah, Danilo. Mate,
Danilo.
I watched him at Real Madrid last season, mate. You've dodged a bullet with that, mate. Trust me.
Well, it was. There was a valuation, and the differential was only 3 million, and Chelsea wouldn't do the 3 million.
There's a reason
we could have had
that time, because he ain't that good. Yeah, and I watched, like I said, I've watched him last season at Real Madrid. Chelsea have dodged a bullet. He ain't that good, right? The other lad, Mendy, yeah, fantastic in France, and he looks the finished article. He's the best one out of the three they've signed. Yeah. But again, it's a totally different league. So you can't judge him yet on pre-season, right? And this league is completely different to the French league. So I'm going to hold judgment on Mendy, although I do rate him and I think he's the best out of the three they've signed. Right?
Yeah.
But I still don't think that they're defensively any better based on that.
I think
they've still got John Stones, and they've still got Vincent Kompany who ain't going to play all season.
No,
forward, they're very good.
Very good. One of the things we can't dismiss with Man City is they had a terrible goalkeeper, and that is a problem now of the past for them. They did have a very much a terrible goalkeeper. That guy
the goalkeeper now is an upgrade. 100.
Yeah.
He's an upgrade.
And they've got that Silva. That Silva's a good player. Bernardo
Silva is another fantastic signing, in my opinion.
Yep.
The signings they made, it's not even necessarily about just them being good this season. It's about actually looking at the next 5 years. These are going to be good players for them. With the exception
but in terms of who's going to be the best this season, Man United are above them, in my opinion, based on the here and now.
I don't think they've actually fixed their defensive issues. That's where I think Man United.
I do. Eric Bailey's a fantastic defender. Yeah, and I know he's injured at the minute. But he's a fantastic defender. Lindelof, he's class, mate. He is absolutely class. Yeah, and if you compare that to Man City's centre-back pairing, they're still going to try and rely on Kompany this season. That's a massive mistake. Man City will always score goals. Man City's midfield is fantastic.
They're going forward. They've got the best players going forward, man.
They're the best in the league going forward. The problem is the Achilles heel, mate, and that's their defence. And that is where they're going to come unstuck. And when they do come unstuck this season, because they're not going to win it, right? And although I've bigged up Man United, I still think Chelsea are going to win the title again. Yeah, I really do. And I've said it all summer. Yes, they're going to let Diogo Costa go.
Well, look, let's cut to the chase. Let's cut to the chase.
Chelsea will win the title.
Let's cut to the chase then, guys, right? Okay, because we haven't even discussed the game. I don't even think... it's 12:15, guys. I've got to be on a train in fucking 6 hours. Well, I'm getting down there early. Are you getting down there early, guys? Because it's a 2 o'clock kickoff tomorrow, isn't it?
I'm getting there for about 10:30, 11.
Get there 11:30, 12.
By the way, guys, out there, if you want to come, we're all going to be at TGI Fridays, isn't it?
I live 8 minutes from Wembley on the tube, so yeah.
Yeah, TGI. By the Chelsea fan zone. That's where we'll be tomorrow.
Time, very quickly, right? Very quickly.
Big chicken, mate. Big burger.
Time. Do you remember, right?
No,
after you were there, right? We were standing in the Arsenal fan zone for the cup final, and the Chelsea bus kept coming around singing Celery. Do you remember?
No,
Was
oh
you
yeah, no,
there?
I just missed it. I just missed it. Yeah, I just missed it. I mean,
We were in the Arsenal fan zone. The Chelsea bus kept coming around giving it celery. Mate, the amount of pints of beer that were thrown over them people on that bus.
Those are fucking Chelsea pensioners, you fucking lunatics.
but yeah, I think Man U, I think have had the best window out of the top teams, but West Ham have also had a very good window.
Well, let's just do the 1, 2, 3, 4 quickly, yeah, because guys, I had about another 8 questions. We're never going to do that.
I told.
Right, let's do it.
It's been about 2.5 hours here.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, Kenny, we'll start with you. Kenny, 1, 2, 3, 4.
We'll do the 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll do the 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll do a score prediction for tomorrow's game. Yeah, we don't need to discuss it. We know each other.
Go on, Kenny.
1, 2, 3, 4.
In the league.
United, City, Chelsea, Spurs.
Oh,
Arsenal. And Community Shield. Arsenal win the Community Shield tomorrow.
Go on, Kenny.
What's score?
3-1.
Go on, Kenny.
Celebration.
No, we're just going to win it. Just going to.
No, you'll be out. You'll be up celebrating.
Hey, Tony, I've got to go.
Bus parade. Open bus parade. Bus parade.
Right.
Go on, Paul.
Well, we're going with
Paul.
Paul.
1, 2, 3, 4. Right. Man City wins the league. Man United comes second. Chelsea comes third. Arsenal come fourth. The score tomorrow is 1-1, and Arsenal win on penalties.
Fucking it,
Mate.
Fuck
that.
Mate, wow.
Okay. Right. Mo. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh man.
Who's that?
Whoa. What's going on? Oh my goodness.
This W6 has been taken over. Oh my, that's hilarious, right? That's brilliant.
Get her to say something,
Hello again. It's me, Ruby. Ken's daughter. He's trying to pull me.
Say Santi Cazorla.
Oh my goodness.
Nice one, man.
Oh, Kenny, man.
All right, so I think
Hello, guys.
You missed Kenny, you missed Paul's 1, 2, 3, 4. Give me 1, 2, 3, 4, Paul.
Right, top of the league, Man City. Second, Man United. Third is Chelsea. Fourth is Arsenal. Tomorrow's score is 1-1, and Arsenal win on penalties.
Right, with Paul.
Sorry,
right.
Tone.
So we got 2 wins for Arsenal tomorrow. 2 wins for Arsenal tomorrow, and we've got Arsenal outside. 2 of you now. Put Arsenal.
Whose turn? Mo's turn.
It's Mo.
All right, yeah. And I think I'm going to go with, I generally, based on our just current dealings in the transfer window, I just don't think we have a strong enough squad. We have 17 players. So in my eyes, I'm seeing us struggling to actually defend. So I'm going to go kind of similar to Paul. I'm going to say Man City is going to win it. And I can see Man United fighting it off. Actually, no. Let's say Man City, Chelsea, Man United. Then I see Spurs sneaking in into that top 4. And tomorrow, I believe the score will be 2-1 Chelsea. Michy Batshuayi with both goals.
Oh.
Michy Batshuayi. Right, so that's 3 of you now. So three of you put placing Arsenal outside the top 4.
No, I didn't. I said 4.
No. Paul said 4th.
Sorry. But only Paul's put you in the 4th place, but no one above 4th. Okay, we'll go Afsal. I'll leave Lee last.
First is Man U. Second is... Okay, first is Man U. Second is... Ooh, Chelsea or City? Chelsea. First Man U, second Chelsea, third Man City, fourth. Wow, who's going to get fourth? It's going to be between those three. I think Arsenal will edge Spurs. Yeah. So Man U first.
Statement.
Bold statement. Man U first, simply because of Wembley. I think Spurs are miles better than us, but I think we'll just edge it. So I think Man U first, Chelsea second, Man City third, Arsenal fourth. And Liverpool will be very close. And tomorrow we will win. Arsenal will win 2-1. Arsenal will win 2-1. Arsenal will win 2-1 tomorrow.
Okay, do you want me to go before you leave? Or?
Go on, yeah, go for it, time.
Okay, last year, as you know, I predicted us to win the title. And I'm going to do exactly the same again. We're going to win the title. So, it's going to be Man United. And I see in third spot Tottenham. And I see fourth.
Ooh.
And I'm going to go for
Man City out the top four.
I'm as shocked as
Who did you say fourth? Who did you say fourth?
Yeah.
Man City out the top
I am.
You've had a mare, mate.
Who did you say fourth, Tony?
Well, do you know what, mate? You lot laughed at me last season, mate. Northwest. Was I right in saying that, Kenny? Give it Northwest. I said, we'll win the title, mate. A mentality, mate. We've got all our players are winners, mate. I'm telling you now. All we need, right? You watch the next. Listen, he ain't finished, mate. We'll get 3 or 4 players. You watch the space, boys.
If we get Danny Drinkwater, Tony,
And the reason, I'll give you my. Well, you take the piss. But
Yo,
the reason
Tony, who did you say fourth? Who did you say is fourth?
Arsenal.
Why? No one said Liverpool. I'm surprising in top 4.
Yeah, well, I never even. I'm getting pissed out of Man City, but I don't think Man City. Don't get me wrong, it's hard, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very hard. I think all 6 teams are. It's very hard.
And we'll win tomorrow. Come on, boys. And I'll just take it in. I'll just be my stride. You'll be like, cunt.
Yeah, and if you lose, you'll be in the car park time, yeah?
So, mate, win, lose or draw, mate, I'll be in that car park. In fact, do you know what? I see Robbie, didn't I, before the cup final? He gave me a little cuddle and all that. I said I'll go on it. But funny enough, I didn't even know where they were. Where were you?
I'm sure you could have found us. I mean, it wasn't hard to find. It's not hard to find.
Yeah, they were literally
fucking hundreds of thousands of you coming at me.
No, time. Where the car park was, if you had walked up the stairs, you couldn't have missed them, mate.
I want to know what you're
couldn't have missed them.
ordering tomorrow. I'm going to have one of them big fuck-off burgers, mate. That's what I'm having.
I'm going to give you my 1-4, and now I'm going to tell you we're going to smash you 3-1. Yeah? My 1-4. Chelsea are going to win the title.
That's 2 Chelsea's.
Yeah, Chelsea are going to win it. Man United second, a close second as well. It's
Same as me.
To the wire. Yeah.
You're laughing at me.
This is where we're different, Tone. Right? Man City are going to come third. Because although I think they're shit defensively still, after spending all that money, they're still good enough.
Pep Guardiola's fucking mate.
Yeah. Right. And fourth, Tottenham.
Wow. No Arsenal.
Tottenham. So Chelsea first, Man United a close second, Man City third, Tottenham fourth, Arsenal outside the top 4 as it stands today. If we do better business in the next couple of weeks, then I'll see us top 4. People can throw,
You're similar to mine, Lee.
The reason I'm saying it, people can throw the Wembley one at me. Oh, they're playing at Wembley. Bollocks! They ain't going to be shit all season.
They
ain't going to be short.
You're not going to finish out the top 4 2 years running. No chance. With Wenger, Wenger's got 20 years to finish the top 4. You're not going to do it.
Mate, he's got 34 years experience in Europe and won fuck all, mate.
Yeah, that's,
so don't worry about that.
That's true.
Tony, I'm disappointed, mate.
Yeah, and tomorrow we're going to win 3-1. Because 9 times out of 10, the worst team wins.
Yeah, we're very good when it doesn't matter too much, you know. We're very
the
when the
worst team
pressure's off.
normally wins at Wembley.
Yeah, when the pressure's off,
Wigan,
we're very.
Wigan have won at Wembley. They beat Man City. Arsenal beat Chelsea Community Shield. Arsenal beat Man City Community Shield. Arsenal beat Chelsea in the FA Cup. The worst team normally loses. The worst team normally wins at Wembley. Tomorrow we'll win. Our fans will cheer like we've won the Champions League.
No, like
win everything.
No, like we won the quadruple. What do you mean, champion?
Yeah.
Like our fans will cheer like we won the quadruple.
And then we'll go and lose to Leicester next Friday night. So,
okay, let's wrap it then, guys. Let's wrap it. Right, I want to say thank you very much to my panel tonight. Thank you very much indeed, Afsal, for joining us. Thank you, buddy.
Thanks for having me on once again. It was a great pleasure, and I shall see you all tomorrow in 12 hours' time. Less than 12 hours' time.
Well, I've already booked my train.
And you're not driving time. You're not driving.
Mate, I'm first class, mate. Fuck.
Oh, of course.
I love a bit
of
the
You'll also see me after the game saying treble winners. Treble winners.
I swear to God, I love it, mate. I love it. I make people stand up and everything. I say, listen, mate, I don't mind. I know you're obviously fucking blagging it, mate.
The old scoliosis, isn't it, Tony? The old sciatica and all that.
Yeah, what I'm going to be doing tomorrow is I'm meeting Francis and John and everyone down at the King's Cross, and then she's going to drive us down to Wembley. So we'll be up there. What's the time? 30. So probably be there. I don't know.
I'm going to get there for about 10:30. I'm going to get to Stanmore. I'm
10.
parking up at Stanmore Town, and I'm going to get the tube. So I'll be there for about 10:30, 11.
Well, you're meeting at CGI, so yeah? We're all meeting at...
Yeah, I'll be there about 11:30, 12.
You want to turn up?
So what's all that about?
You've got my ticket.
What's turn up at 11:30, 12?
You know, it's my flipping phone, yeah. My battery's messed up, and like I need... Last time my battery messed... Remember, Lee, last time as well, it went to 0. I need... Yeah.
What's all that 11 business? Do you know what I mean? You got
12.
You said I'll be there at 11:30, 12. The match is at 2 o'clock.
Yeah, it's got 2 hours to chill.
Well,
2 hours to chill.
Time, don't piss him off. He's got my ticket.
Fair enough, though.
Kenny's gone.
Well, I'm going to say thank you to Kenny anyway, right? If he's not here, he's probably dealing with his little one. Legends. I want to also say thank you very much to the explosive Mr. Lee Gunner.
Thank you.
I love Mahrez. I love Mahrez.com.
You always have to have a controversy.
I stand by that. I ain't going to waffle on. I stand by that. Paul, lovely to have chatted to you. Mo, likewise. Mate. Yeah, Mo, likewise as well. Yeah, fucking nice chatting to you both.
Nice chatting to you.
Obviously, I'll talk to you all the time.
Yeah.
And Tony, I've drilled your phone all week about work, mate. Yeah, so don't like, I don't need to. I don't need to say
done my head all week, mate. Fucking done my head, mate. What you've done, mate.
Oh, mate, I'm the worst person to work with, I am a nightmare.
So honestly,
proper.
So he's a kickoff merchant every day, mate. I get a phone call 3 times a day, right, saying this, I've got problems.
Yeah, he works out. Sort them out, or I'll stick the fucking job.
I swear to God, mate, he's told me he's going to sling the job 3 times this week already. Wow. That's a good week for him. Seriously, honestly.
Nice
when he's on a kickoff, mate. Anyway, thank you very much indeed to Mo. Thank you very much, buddy, for coming on, and glad to come back. And thank you so much as well to Mr. Paul Unwin, West Ham United. Top man, fucking love him, mate.
Good luck tomorrow. Hope you both get beat.
I just want to say one thing though before we go out, guys. What I do think is really class tomorrow is I think they're going to raise over £1 million for the Glen, the fire, the tower, and that's absolute class. London unites, so that that's really impressive. I'd like to say thank you, everybody. If you want to check this out tomorrow down by the Chelsea fan zone, if you like what you see, thumbs up. Thumbs up, not that way. Up.
Smash the like button. Smash it.
Smash the like button and share it out. Listen, Chelsea SW6 is back. trust me. And so, you know, we're going to be doing this regularly now, guys. You know,
Yeah, man.
We're going to really kick it on, like, you know. So keep the blue flag flying, guys, and good night.